We are live.
True.
Y'all hear me? You good?
Yeah, we can. I can hear you.
All right, cool. There we go. I was looking for the. I don't know if y'all can see the counter at the top left. I didn't see it before. All right, so welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the KNoWKi podcast. I'm your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Mom.
It's every day.
What's good, man? What's good, man? How was y'all last week?
Last week was excellent, man. Just moving around.
It's excellent. All right, that's a bet. Ma, how about yourself?
Mine was pretty cool. I ain't got nothing to report or nothing like that. Everything was normal. Everything was pretty good. I like them glasses every day.
All right. My last week was pretty cool. I actually just remembered. I went to see right after work yesterday. I went on a solo trip to see the Predator movie.
Oh, okay.
Ma, you want to see that, bro?
I'm gonna probably go check it out though. But I probably go check it out by myself. Cause I don't think my son or my wife will probably want to go see it. But I might try to go check it out. I want to see that other dude, Ferris Oil, I think it's called. If I'm not mistaken. It's called like Sarah's Oil. It's like a black girl. She inherited a whole bunch of land, and there's oil on her land that she's trying to dig and grab it and get it out. It's like one of the first black young millionaires, one of the women millionaires. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
We got muted. We muted Spaces.
Oh, my fault. No, I was saying, do you know how long it's been out?
It just came out not too long ago.
Yeah. Are you interested in the Predator movie at all?
I wanted to say I looked at it and it seemed pretty good. I have not been in a Predator for a long time. Like I'm talking about a long time. Like since all the way back since like the Predator versus Aliens type shit. Like it's been a minute, way long time.
I'll say this, because I don't do spoilers, so you don't got to worry about me spoiling anything. Other people were telling me, like, if you look at the preview, and you might start forming certain thoughts about it. I don't know for people that watch previews. You might start formulating certain ideas about it, and that it's not what you think it is. Or it's not what you made.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I thought you finished. Go ahead.
It's not what you. It may not be what you think it is, because it was. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to say too much more. I don't want to say too much more because it's something that I think. Now I will say. Spoilers, man. I don't want to.
But Spaces, you're the only person I think that look at previews and talking about spoilers and all that. I don't think it's like you like the 1% of people that watch movies who want to see the spoilers. I don't want to like to watch previews. I want to no, bro. We just go to watch a movie for what it is. You're gonna talk about the camera angles and the explosions. You're the only person that does that shit. Don't nobody else do that shit.
It was presented as humans taking over Predator. Okay. Humans, become stronger than Predator, and it's not like that.
Okay.
So, very, very interesting.
All right.
I wouldn't be mad if I were to see it again in theaters, for real.
So it's that good.
Like I can do without seeing it in theaters again. Like next time I see it, I'm cool with seeing it on TV. But if it just came about to where I was going to see it again, if somebody wanted to see it again, I would go back for sure.
Okay. Okay, little baby.
All right, so let's get with this subject. I think it was Maul you sent this to us with Carlos Miller. Let's see. Let's check it out.
Parts of the happiness you're gonna have to give up to make sure the family good. That's part of our journey as men. And you start to realize that, okay, that feeling, that emptiness, that hurt that I had, that's nothing, because I know that I can deal with it. I can take that pain. If that means my son gonna be straight, or my daughter gonna be happy, or my wife good, I'll take that for them. And a lot of men don't get to that point as fast as I guess the world wants us to.
Do you feel like that's gonna have an effect on you where it's like you're the only person in the household that's suffering, that's not getting outlet or somebody to lean on?
Hey man, that's why your dad cry when you get grown and you tell him you love him. That's why granddaddy sit there and he don't know what to say when you say, I love you, Pop, and he just he been holding that. He didn't know that moment was the one that was gonna make him. You know what I mean? He been sacrificing for this family for the last 40 years.
Is that healthy though?
So let me tell you, let me say, listen, but my validation comes in the form of when I walk in the house and my daughter running to me, and my son face light up when he see me. Yeah. Those small things is my validation.
Nah, I'm different. Say it. I need to hear you say it. Why should it only be the women that are getting that throughout their life, and we have to wait until we're in our rocking chair to finally get that verbal validation?
Yeah, I think that I've been told so many lies. I want you to show me.
There's certain parts of the.
All right, so let's see. People are saying only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. Chris Rock. That's too long. Slimderella said it's sad because when men finally open up and start answering questions, we all want to know. We hop in the comments and make everything about us. Ooh, that's different. This one says, I'm literally sacrificing my happiness for my kids. So I completely understand, I guess she's meant to say. Okay. So Ma, you sent this to us. What was your question?
What was the question right there? Should men, what it said? Pull it back up real quick. It says, should men have to sacrifice their happiness for their family?
Every day you go first.
Should men have to sacrifice their happiness for their family? I think not in total. You know, I think in life you got to sacrifice some things for your family, but I don't think sacrificing your happiness, because you still need something for you. You still need something, you know what I'm saying, to motivate you. I mean, obviously your family is going to motivate you, but I think that you still need something for you to kind of decompress, so to speak. You know, whatever it is that, you know, you into, even if it's some type of vice or something, right? But you still need something for you. So I don't think you totally neglect your own happiness for your family. However, you want to make life as comfortable for your family as you possibly can. So, you know, that's just my thoughts.
As it pertains to the question, it says, should men have to sacrifice themselves for the family? I think have to. I don't think you should have to, but I think that's just what comes with being a man. Because generally speaking, whenever it comes to provisions for the family, everybody's looking at the man. The people directly inside of the family and the people outside of the family, looking from the outside looking in, are looking at the man to be the person to sacrifice or do whatever is necessary for the family. And you know, if it's a matter of, even if it's a matter of working 80 hours a week to make sure that your family's taken care of, that's just what his expectation is. It's just naturally built in people. And it was crazy because the buddy at the end, he said, we shouldn't have to wait until we're in our rocking chair to get that verbal validation. Now, I wouldn't necessarily agree with the term verbal validation, or maybe it's the same thing, but I would say verbalize appreciation. Because I remember I was on I'm sure I mentioned this before. We talked about it before on a DPMO morning show, and the conversation was centered around this, and I was saying that every so often it's nice to hear a woman verbalize her appreciation for you every now and then, once a month or whatever the case, however it comes out, and just that every so often is enough to give a man, typically enough to give a man the energy and the motivation to continue doing what it is that he's doing, to keep providing for the family, or maybe even go to the next step. So should he have to sacrifice his happiness for the family? No, but I will say that happiness, that place of happiness can definitely be addicting and distracting. What you got, Mo?
Hey, real quick, Mo, before you, I guess my question is then, what is the sacrifice that we're talking about? Because it's just kind of broad. I don't really know maybe what you're talking about.
What I'm thinking about when you say sacrifice is like the man that's on top of his shit that do what he's supposed to do every day. The man that's the leader of the household. That's right.
But what are you sacrificing?
Oh, that's a good. I guess it's happiness. I guess.
But because to me, it comes from a place of, when people say, "Well, you got to sacrifice," it kind of almost comes from a place of lack, right? Where I'm thinking like, well, I'm doing all that. I mean, I get it. Like, you got to do what you got to do. If you don't got the money or whatever, you got to do what you have to do, quote unquote, what you have to do to make sure your kids eat, make sure they got clothes on their back. But like, if you go out here and you work and you like doing what you're doing, what are you sacrificing? So I mean, it sounds to me, a lot of that stuff be sounding cool, like, oh, I'm the man, and I get it. You know what I mean? We be having to sacrifice and all that. Parents, well, what are you sacrificing? What's the definition? What are you sacrificing?
Do you have an answer, Mo?
No, because what? Okay, so I'm just gonna give my thing, and I think it might answer. But the what I got from it when people say sacrifice, and I didn't really think about it at the thing of what Jay every day was saying, which is a good point of what he's making, and what you was making, and how everybody seemed to be. Like, ever since we got this little internet thing, everybody's been talking about, man, I don't get this from this, I don't get that from that. Nigga, don't no leader do. Everybody loves to be the leader, right? And you love to get all the praises, all the everything to be the leader, but also you get the everything else on your back too as well when you're the leader. You get the bad shit. Men don't complain. Like, a lot of men sit up here and say, I don't get champion, I don't do this. But nigga, you don't say nothing when you're getting all the praises. When you come in there with the Christmas gifts, when they light up, when these lights and stuff on, when they light up, when it's on vacation and your kids saying, oh, do this, they're giving you all the praise, you don't say nothing about that though. You feel me? So when I'm kind of on the sentiment of Jay every day, like what kind of really are you talking about when you say sacrifice? Because what's the Spider-Man quote? With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't hear no men talking about, all the perks they get with being a leader, all the perks they get with being a man. You don't hear nobody complaining about that. Because you get to do a lot of stuff. You get to make the decisions. You get to do everything damn near that you kind of want to do. I know you're putting your family in the forefront, but you're still gonna be your decision at the end of the day. You don't complain about that.
Yeah.
Would someone complain about perks of anything?
But that's the point. We always complaining about the bad shit, but you don't look at the good shit that come with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would anyone complain about something that's benefiting them?
And you know my motto.
It's not a complaint though. It would be more so just, okay, this what letting people know, okay, I also get this. This is the what's the opposite of a complaint? This is a you know what I'm saying? This is
a reward. A reward or something like that.
Yeah, reward or
But no,
what's the word? Go ahead, Mom.
What I always say though, people pray for things, and then when you get those things and it's good, it's cool. But you don't pray, you don't get the things that come with that things. You got to take those as well and shut the fuck up. Just like people will pray for, like I can use it plain and simple. People will pray, I want a motherfucking Porsche. I want a Porsche. Me, I'm gonna go put myself in. I want a Porsche. You know what comes with a Porsche? $1,000 brake jobs, $500 oil changes. I'm not going to complain about that because I asked for the Porsche. That comes with it. So why are you sitting there complaining about what comes with the job? This is what comes with being a man. It is what it is. If you don't, be a transformer.
Transformers crazy.
But you get my drift of where I'm coming from. Like I don't like it when people can ask and beg God for stuff. Ask and beg God for the job you want. Ask and beg God for the car you want. Ask and beg God for the Jordans and everything you want. Don't you know it's gonna be some sacrifice with that? It's gonna be some negatives that come with it. Everything ain't peaches and cream, bro. Everything just don't come with sunshines and rainbows. It don't. It is what it is. But we as men, I want to be the man. I want a family and everything like that. I talk to the OG at work all the time, and I said, we sit up here and people don't understand. When you want a family, you want all this, it's a lot of shit that come with this. But we're not going to complain. We're going to keep going to work. We're going to keep getting up, doing every day. Every day, you have a family, right? You love your family dearly. We just going through the motions. You love your family dearly. I already know you love your family dearly. You're not complaining about what comes with your family, though. That's what you asked for, right or wrong?
Yeah, that's what I created.
But that's what comes with the territory, right? So all this, when your daughter come and say, "Hey, we're going on prom. We got graduation." The son say, "I need new gym." This all what comes with that. Even though you might get a little attitude, or you might be a little mad because you got to spend a little bit of bread, but this what comes with that. We need to stop complaining and just start taking the joy and shit and quit complaining about everything that comes our fucking way as humans. This is a human thing. We sit up here and we beg for things fucking day of our lives. You want a job that make more money, but nigga, you know when you get a job that make more money, you know what with that, you pay more taxes. Crime.
Because I got the Porsche. I think there's a difference in complaining about what it is that money.
Yeah.
Make a time because you gotta reset. You need to grow something.
Okay.
On that one.
The family, or at least in the time that a whole lot of time left, and that's not possible. And what it is that you're gonna have to set.
People, I feel like that's, to me, that's life balance. That's created it yourself. I mean, that's women say.
I'm not trying to ask for things. Oh, you ain't do it right. Like, nah, I can't do that. Nah.
I don't see an issue with somebody voicing struggles or frustrations that come along with what it is that they're doing. Now, if every single step in life they're complaining about something, I 100% agree with you. I won't disagree with that.
And it go that way when it comes a lot of times, though. The way you just said it, it goes that way because, like, when you give a motherfucker a leeway, when you give a motherfucker an inch, they take a mile. So when people start complaining about that little thing, every time you turn around, they complain about something.
Who you complaining? I guess who you complaining about too? Like
just the other, just in general. You know, I'm around here complaining. You know what we know people that just go around here complaining. Come on now. Just
right
got
now,
something
I'm just saying though. If we say, well, I'm talking about if you're complaining or you're telling people your sacrifices, who the fuck cares?
That's true.
So
whoever's going to listen.
So okay, and then what?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not. It may not necessarily be a matter of, and I'm just not speaking about one particular issue or the next. It could just be voicing frustration on whatever is going on.
Okay, and then what? That's what I'm saying. But then what? Otherwise, talk to a counselor. Because I mean, have some solution behind it. If it's a sacrifice, okay, what are you doing? I mean, clearly this sounds like a burden. A sacrifice sounds like a burden. So what are you doing to alleviate this?
And I think that's where my question lies. Okay, the person goes through whatever it is, they don't say anything, and they fix the issue. The person goes through something, has some frustrations with it, and they fix the issue. What's the problem?
I guess I'm hard on that, right? And y'all know me. Y'all know I don't really complain about shit. It is what it is, bro. It's just I call it life. Life be life, and it is what it is. So I'm not a complaining person. So when I start seeing people complain, shit kind of gets on my nerves. It's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
When I see my folks complaining about some shit, this shit start to get on my nerves. I really check out real quickly and really be ignoring you, and you think I'm listening when I'm not listening to shit you talking about.
You check out?
Yeah, I check out. When I hear my folks complaining about a lot of shit, because a lot of shit be self-inflicted, right? And a lot of stuff be self-inflicted, and people don't want to go ahead and say, you know what? I understand what Spaces did to me, but it's still I had a role to play in that too. So I'm gonna take my part of what I did and my responsibility, my accountability for this thing, and it is what it is. I'm gonna just make sure I don't do that no more. But otherwise, they'll want to just complain about other people and complain about what everybody else done, but you ain't taking no responsibility for yourself.
If that's what you're getting at, Jay, every day, then I 100% agree. In terms of complaining about things and sacrificing things. So like if that's what you're saying, then like if you're gonna complain, then do something, right? If you're gonna complain, then do something, regardless of if it's sacrificing the issue. Hold on a second. When it comes to talking about whatever it is, if you're gonna specifically complain, if you talk about sacrificing, whatever it is, at the end of it, what are you gonna do about it? Then yes, at the end of it, yeah, you gotta have a plan on how to alleviate this situation one way or the other. If it's talking to somebody like a counselor or a therapist, if that be the case for you, or you just voicing this and you just need to get some frustrations out so you can clear your mind a little bit and refocus, figure out something.
Yeah, that's not what
What
I'm
you
talking
saying?
about. I'm saying, I'm saying, what is the complaint? I mean, not the complaint, because I didn't even bring up complaints. I'm talking about when people say sacrifice, nigga, what are you sacrificing? Like, what are we talking about? People just say, I sacrifice. You know what I mean? So you just leave it open and it's in the air. What are we talking about here?
You want a specific example? Something like the first thing that comes to mind is hypothetically.
No, I'm talking about
I'm trying to speak.
when they say I sacrifice, not what you're gonna bring. No, I'm just talking about in general. When people say they sacrifice, okay, what are you sacrificing? I'm not hypothetically asking you to fill it in for me. I'm saying, what are they sacrificing? When they say, I'm sacrificing for my family. Okay, nigga, what? What is it?
Okay, I'm confused. So you saying you don't want me to fill it in, but you're asking the question. So I'm confused.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you. I'm when the person's speaking, right? The person like right. So Carl, that was Carlos Miller, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Karlous.
Okay. Yeah, that was Carlos. So when he's speaking, okay, the question follow up, okay, what are you sacrificing? People always say they sacrifice. Okay, what's your sacrifice?
Oh, you want to know in real time what
just,
that person is sacrificing?
Yeah. Otherwise, it just sounds good, like you're really doing something.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't. What definition behind that? What are we sacrificing?
Well, for me, I'm thinking of something specifically to the man. Like I said, sacrificing sleep, because you got to wake up and do, instead of going to sleep and staying, recharging yourself for work the next day. You may have to wake up and do something for your kids. You may have to.
You created that.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just. But you said the question on the table, and you said you don't want to fill it in. But I'm just imagining things. Somebody maybe wanted to go back to school, but they can't go back to school because they have whatever case and family, so kids are involved. They sacrifice their school money so they can provide better for their kids and their family, pay rent, mortgage, car note, whatever, unexpected hospital bills. They may not eat because it's like to your example with the last piece of chicken, their kid has to eat.
Yeah. So for me, like I said, none of that works for me because those are situations that you created for yourself. You're not able to go back to school. That's because you created that. That's not a sacrifice you're doing for your kid.
It's a responsibility, right? It's a responsibility.
Nigga, that's your responsibility. It's not a sacrifice. So I'm looking at things a little differently here.
I mean, on a different level, may not be able to buy things for yourself because you got to provide for your family, specifically for yourself, because that's sacrificing. You want to go to a particular sports game, maybe go on a.
Again, for me, I don't jive with it. For me, because it just doesn't make sense. Since you created it, you're not sacrificing because you created it. To me, it doesn't make sense. So
and two, ain't that you can still go to that stuff if you budget right now? Because I think we got a family, and I can't sit up here and say I'm sacrificing really anything. Because if I just take my funds and sit down and look, okay, which one of them I want to do? I only can do one of them. I can't do all of them. I can do this one this time, this one the next time. It's just holding it off a little bit or something like that. But would you call that sacrificing? Because you had to hold off on something for a little while?
Or potentially not do it at all because it just doesn't fit with the current direction of the family.
I kind of get where you're coming from, but I also get where Jerry they coming from and what he's saying too. I get you saying, you sacrificing some of your things that you want to do now and you want to do this and this, but then also I get where Jerry they coming from when it's like he's saying on the sentiment too, how I feel like, nigga, you created that. So it's kind of like no sacrifices. This is your responsibility now. If you didn't want to, do all this stuff and you want to do all this stuff you wanted at first, you shouldn't have had kids. You shouldn't have been fucking.
Right. And you say if I want to have a family, will I sacrifice my freedom? Well, nigga, you sacrificed your freedom to have a family, and that's what you.
Yeah, so you ain't gonna have this much luck.
So
no.
what do we? When,
I think you still have time, but it's just limited.
When it comes to the family, what do you? But when it comes to the family, what do you once you say I sacrifice my freedom to have a family? Okay, what are you doing specifically for the family that you're sacrificing, given that you created the family?
So are we agreeing that sacrifice means to give up something? Are we agreeing that sacrifice means to give up something? In this particular
sacrifice
instance?
Does mean you give up something.
Okay, so if you plan to, going back to my example in particular, go to school for something, and a baby that you created comes into the picture, you may have to give up the idea of going to school so you can focus on your family. If we're talking about if we're going what sacrifice means to give up. Let's see here. OG, what's good, OG? He said heavy.
OG, what's happening, OG? I think you both making valid points, and I'm on the side of both of you guys. But I think what Jerry Day is saying, no, I don't even want to say what nobody is saying, but I just agree with both of you guys. I don't think neither one of you wrong.
No, I don't think either one of us are wrong, and I'm not really looking for right or wrong. I'm just thinking like if we're looking for specific examples, is to have some things that you want to do for yourself, and the family comes into the picture, and instead of doing those things, you give them up to focus on the family.
I see. It's
always something that you're going to want to do for yourself, though, isn't it? Isn't it always something that you're going to want to do for yourself? Like, to me, then everything is a sacrifice. Like, it's always going to be something, even as a single person, that you're going to want to have to do for yourself that you can't do it.
There's a phrase that goes...
then that makes damn near everything a sacrifice.
There's a phrase that goes, and I'm just using this for example because we don't necessarily need to, unless it goes in that direction, we don't need to go into what it means. But it says, women will sacrifice their family for their happiness, and men will sacrifice their happiness for their family. When it comes to that happiness, I'm thinking it's okay. I'll say this. Last week, I woke up to a text that said, we don't have to go to, we don't need you for work today. We don't need y'all. It was a group of us. We need y'all for work today. Some stuff happened, whatever. I was happy in that because at that particular point, I was like, man, I've been working all these hours for this amount of time, finally get some time for rest. I think in this case, that's the happiness was in my case was some time to rest. So when it comes to the whole, going back to the scenario from way earlier in the conversation, it's like maybe the sacrifice, what he's sacrificing is his rest. Let's see. OG said, I'm sacrificing watching football to listen to you, brothers.
No, but what I want to go to, and I want to piggyback off that what you said. You said women will sacrifice their family for their happiness, but men will sacrifice their happiness for their family, right? That's what you said, right?
It's not an all-encompassing thing. It's just a general statement, but yeah.
No. Because I want to piggyback off that, right? Because because that really coincides with my leader thing. Who's ever the leader gonna not be happy regardless because you're the leader. You're gonna have to be the bad guy. So if the woman's in a relationship with a man, she's not the leader. So of course she's gonna want to be happy all the time because she's not the leader. But if a woman was a single mother or whatnot like that, she's gonna be unhappy because she's the leader of the family. So she got to do things that she need to do. Am I? Yeah. So that quote, it kind of goes with it. It's just like to me, it's just saying the leader's is not going to be unhappy because he's the leader. That's just what leaders do. Leaders are not always happy.
Yeah, I get you. I agree. All right, we got anything else? Yeah, I was trying.
Yeah, let's get the fuck on. Let's get the fuck on from that. We talk 30 minutes about this shit. We gotta keep on. Let's keep this shit moving.
All right. So in connection with that, actually, thank you guys for kicking it with us. Thank you for hitting the like button. Share this with somebody. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live right now. So in the conversation of, kind of connected to what we're talking about right now, Kevin McCall. I hope you guys got a chance to check out the video. Kevin McCall was the writer of the song Deuces by Chris Brown. And he went on a podcast talking about how he's broke after it, after the song went crazy. So let's check it out.
That's Eva Pigford. That's Eva Pigford's baby daddy, right?
Oh, he's Eva baby daddy?
I think so. I'll check it out. I think so.
I bought my mama a house for $50,000, and then I had to pay all this child support shit off. Why was my child support $2,000? I'm not Future or none of these niggas. Like, so then I got the arrears, not retrograde. That's the little star shit.
Even if you still had your child in California, am I correct?
Yeah, I got to prove all of that. They wasn't supposed to. I didn't have nothing on Marley. Marley, I got to go and file a petition for paternity. It's only $300, but a nigga, watch this. I think it's a game, bro. No, this for when I poke niggas. Don't walk up on me playing. All you Team Breezy niggas. Keep that shit on the internet. My bad. I went too far? All right, music.
Despite your flaws as a human being, you are one of the most talented individuals to ever grace the music industry.
We gonna get to that.
So
we gonna get to that.
Veer.
I love how you try. I love how you. Yeah, we gonna veer to that. But we gonna
Why
get
the
the
fuck
bullshit.
You have a testimony.
Why the fuck? Get in on this.
I witnessed it.
He finna be in here.
Why the fuck I got an EBT card? And this nigga is at Breezy Bro and made 90 whatever the fuck million, and it say KKKK Max. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is.
I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fuck, bro? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all niggas want to see a nigga cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a bitch.
Nah, bro.
That shit ain't fair, nigga.
Hey,
I'm on EBT, bro.
hey,
That's why.
hey. Look, bro.
Calm down, bro.
I'm on EBT, smack, look. Say my name, bro. That shit is bad. I had to go up in that motherfucker and hide my face with a mask like COVID, bro.
Don't act like every nigga ain't had no motherfucking EBT
card.
On the set, that nigga had an EBT card.
Man, I might get an EBT. I walk in the building and look at me crazy.
Let me tell you this, cuz.
My name.
Me and Heather, look, me and Heather went to the county building together. On my mama, together. We went to the county building together, bro.
Oh, God.
We go, everybody fight out of this shit.
I had to hide in there, bro.
I need you to think
On the set, everybody gonna go, niggas go through problems, bro.
Hey, bro. Do you remember what Nip said to you? You don't remember that day we went in there? You don't even remember, huh?
I was high as fuck. I was going through it, bro. I wanted to kill myself that day.
Nigga spoke life into you, bro. That was my first introduction to him. And like humbly, I had to let him know, like, bro, you one of the realest niggas a nigga ever met. Like we gangsters, so like when you.
All right, so Kevin McCall, he wrote the song Deuces by Chris Brown. He's talking about how much money he had and how much money he's spending on child support and court fees and all this stuff. And you know, I just realized I made this point while I just made this connection while we were watching the video. It's crazy that we're finally talking about this while we're in this crisis of people's EBT being cut off and all that. But he cried on the podcast about being on EBT. Do you guys have any thoughts about it at all?
You probably want to go.
The EBT?
About the whole, well, not necessarily that, if your thoughts go in that direction, but thoughts in general about, it could be about him crying about being on EBT, him crying in public, which that's the reason why this whole thing went crazy, because he cried on the podcast, which went crazy viral in my algorithms.
So, because he showed some emotions, it went viral.
Well, you know how the stigma's about men crying.
But he just showed emotion. He showed that he's human. I think all of us have cried from words from somebody else that just because nobody didn't see that don't mean we didn't cry. We joke on here all the time about we only got one cry left and 2 cries a year. But it's just jokes though. But like, cause he cried because he was really feeling emotions and all the shit just hit him all at once. It's a thing. It's crazy.
Well, you know, I mean, part of it is, well, it's multiple different parts. Whereas one, the fact that he's on EBT and he was an industry dude. Two, the fact that he cried and being a man. So, I mean, it's just crazy. Like I made this connection to this subject because we were just talking about, you know, complaining and what are you going to do about it, right? So,
but a lot of things he said, and it all hit him at once in the emotion time, was self-inflicted though, wasn't it? A lot of things he just said in that video was self-inflicted. If you had your business together, how can Chris Brown take anything from you? Huh? You had kids, you had to pay child support, you got to pay $2,000. Well, we had an episode on here about sticking your dick in putting your seed in unworthy soil. You still had those kids. Like, men love to complain about that shit, but you went in there when you had the leg up. If you had one leg up, you were going like, I'm talking about you damn near about to fall in it. You wasn't complaining then. So I don't really like to like I understand I want to have empathy for certain people, but nigga, I got empathy for people that really like kind of going through it and didn't have it like you had it. You went out here when you was flexing. I don't know him like that, but when you I don't know really to say. I don't got nothing to say, man. I don't know what to say.
JVD, what you got?
You know, I can't really speak on the brother's situation. Like Mom said, I don't really know him like that, but maybe he should do some sacrifices. You know what I mean? Things work out for him. Yeah, you can do some more sacrifice. Look, I mean, shit. Getting online and complaining about, you know, somebody else's bread after you didn't, you know, cross your T's and dot your I's, and you know, and
a bridge you burnt. I heard he burnt the bridge.
This ain't the only celebrity that he was talking about. He was talking about Tyrese one time and this and that. So like, you know, he comes off as, you know, he thinks motherfuckers owe him something.
And want to play the victim.
Right. And I'm not finna sit up here and you're a grown ass man now. Wait, look, you can cry in public if you want to, and people gonna respond to you crying in public. That's just the way it is. You know, I guess that's the sacrifice of being a man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you go cry in public, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I really don't have anything for him. You know, it's unfortunate he in this situation. You know, hey, good luck to him. Hopefully he can make it up out of that.
My thought was, you know, I would never take away the fact that a person is a human and they have human emotions. OG said, "Well, real men do cry. Does not make you soft." You guys agree or disagree?
I don't think real men cry or don't cry. It is what it is. Whatever the situation calls for. Like we love to say, oh, showing emotions make you a real man. No, it don't. Whatever you want to do in that particular time is. Some people don't show emotion like that. Some people don't cry. So I can't agree or disagree with what OG said. If you want to do that in a situation, that don't make you less of a man or more of a man.
Yeah, I think I would agree with Maul. I think again I touched on it before on the podcast. The whole real thing. Like what a real man is, you know, some men cry, some don't. I do think like some men over cry. You know what I mean? You doing all that goddamn crying, like that's not gonna help either. Right? So, yeah, like, you know, and I get some dudes, you know, they go out their way not to show emotion or to be detached. Well, that's not gonna help, right? But when you got a nigga that's always crying, right? And you say, for instance, you got a woman. And you always crying, right? And she looking at you for some direction, and nigga, you crying. You see what I'm saying?
That ain't gonna work either because she could leave you,
right? And then the response is, you look at your girl and say, "Well, real men cry." She ain't trying to hear that shit.
No, there was a part where I don't know if we caught that particular part. He actually drooled.
Oh, my nigga slobbing, he on drugs.
He said he on drugs.
Look, people start crying and doing all that crying and slobbing and shit when they on drugs or they drinking. Like, you ever seen the people that start drinking a lot and then they start crying? Like Allen Iverson. I was having a discussion about him because he got a documentary out. You could look at him and tell that he do a lot of drinking and he do a lot of crying. You know what I mean? And like, nigga, whatever you got going on, you trying to tell people your story, but then you sitting up here crying. Like, people only got so much sympathy that they're gonna give. Like, fuck all that crying, you know.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. I even in the sacrifice conversation and in this conversation, what are you gonna do about it?
That's one of my things. That crying ain't gonna do shit. I'm with you on that one, Space. I'm with you. That crying ain't gonna do shit but make you more madder, make you more frustrated, make you more motherfucking mentally ill. What the fuck are we finna do? What the fuck are we finna do? That crying ain't gonna do shit.
And I'm saying, like, there's Deuces is how old? Let me see how old. Let's see. How old? No. Chris Brown. Deuces release date. That's June 25th of 2010, bro. It's been 15 years. It's been 15 years, bro. You ain't figured nothing out at all. You don't have no connections. You don't have nobody that you can talk to, or you're still stuck on that particular situation.
Niggas need to get like Elvin. Niggas need to get like Elvin from the Cosbys and start working at Home Depot. You know what I mean?
Motherfucker, too pride. They pride in the way. They pride in the way. They pride in the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
They pride in the way.
There you go.
Don't tell me about what Chris Brown owe you or what Tyrese owe you, bro.
They pride in the way. Pride in the way.
That's facts. And it's like, okay, you wrote Deuces. You can't write another Deuces? And I'm not saying the exact same song, of course, because, you know, all the copyrights and all that stuff. Hey. But like, I don't know. Did you? What I want to know specifically what the bridge was, because I saw Chris Brown post that said, "When you can't walk over bridges you burn" or something like that.
Yeah.
But what specifically happened? Like, did he try to?
It don't even matter. It's between him and Chris Brown. But when a motherfucker tell you if they was cool with you like that and you burned the bridge and you can't come back over it, hey, you should be careful what bridges you burn. Hey, it's like a job, right? What they tell you, I think you should put your 2 weeks notice in just in case you want to come back. You don't do that, nigga, don't try to come back. So he didn't put his 2 weeks in notice with Chris, and that's what happened.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think like he even said, JV, when you say he on drugs, he at the end of the clip with the minute and a half, 2 minutes, whatever we just saw, he said he high.
See, yeah,
he said he was high.
He said he high. Let me.
You see why motherfucker don't got no sympathy for him. You up here high as hell, crying, and you think we supposed to have sympathy for your cry baby ass.
Look, me and Heather went to the county building together. On my mama, together. We went to the county building together, bro.
Oh, God.
We go, everybody fight out of that shit.
I had to hide in there, bro.
I need you to think
about it. Everybody gonna go, niggas go through problems, bro.
Hey, bro. Do you remember what Nip said to you? You don't remember that day we went in there? You don't even remember, huh?
I was high as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he didn't say in that situation. He said he was. So,
but then I'm again, too, he said he went to go get the EBT card and he had to hide his face. Don't nobody know who the fuck you is like that, bro.
Yeah, bro. I didn't know you.
Bro, come on, man. Don't know, like, nigga, you not Chris Brown.
Right.
Nigga, that nigga ain't Chris Brown. He ain't Bobby Brown. Nigga ain't Buster Brown. Nigga, we don't know you.
That nigga ain't Jeffrey Brown who drive trucks on the side of me.
All right. Who the fuck is doing that?
Talk about this nigga tripping.
And that might be the reason. That might be the reason where he thinks people from, oh shit, you made it, and because he might still live in that same type of neighborhood or whatever. Like he probably had to go back to his old stomping ground.
I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fuck, bro? I can't even get nothing, bro, man.
Hey, this what I think too, and this is what I tell people. Right?
Y'all niggas want to see a nigga cry.
We still learning about finance.
So I can think I'm a bitch.
Nah, bro.
Hey,
You gotta
clip that too, Spaces. You gotta clip that, Spaces. Y'all want to see a nigga cry on here? So I mean, clip that. Y'all want to see a nigga cry on here?
Make it a sound bite.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I'm gonna just tell people it was a clip.
He gonna ask us for some money.
No, the fuck you not.
Gonna make sure,
no, the fuck you not.
Y'all using. Remember when I was crying on that show? Y'all niggas made some money off that.
Hey, so look, this what I was saying, right? I'm not saying I'm all the way there financially, and I'm not got all the financial sense, but I just got some common sense when it comes to finances right now. It was this clip. I forgot what movie it came from. Maybe Jay every day I'll probably jump in, or you space to jump in too and know what movie it's from. He said you get 2.5 million. That's your fucking base. You go take that and you put that in a such and such account. That's your fuck you money. Somebody wants you to do something, fuck you. Somebody else wants you to do something, fuck you. Because you got that already. You know what you're doing already with that. Instead of you going out here buying jewelry, buying your mama house and all that shit, you should have made sure you got, you should have had, like what Chris Brown's song is, you should have had residuals on everything else for your money. You feel me? You should have been doing that before you going to buy chains and jewelry or whatever fuck you bought. You should have been having your account that always pay you no matter what. Nigga, we know one. They pay 4%.
1000% agree, man. 1000% agree. I think, I'm definitely a roll with the punches kind of person. I may have some stuff that I go through, but the one thing that I'm thinking about is what am I going to do about it? How am I going to fix this situation or figure out how I can make this work for me or how I can make something else work for me? It's been 15 years, bro.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell him, man, really. And another thing,
Naps and Beauty, what up?
Naps and Beauty, what's your sister every day? What's going on? I don't know what else to tell somebody else too, because I know how I get when something. This is just how I do. When anything bad happens to me, first thing, I don't know if y'all do this, but the first thing on your mind is, how do I fix it?
Mm-hmm.
I cry, I do all that other shit later about after, how do I fix it? What am I going to do? What's the plans? What the bank account looking like? It's a couple grand in there I can use. Where else am I going to get this other money from? Where am I going to get that money from? Where I'm going to start pulling money and resources from? To fix this, what I got. You're going to stop smoking weed on our pod too, bro.
OG said, what you smoking? It's my incense.
But yeah, that's the people get so much in their feelings and want to complain about shit when like, nigga, what's the solution? We can cry about that shit later. What's the solution?
And I have to say, man, I'm not necessarily. I don't have any thoughts on the fact that he cried. Right. My thought was, I can't. If you ask me, I don't think. Obviously, that was an emotional that was an emotional moment, and he couldn't control it. So I'm not necessarily blaming him for feeling what he felt in the moment. I don't think you could cry on public internet.
Man, if that's what you is, fuck what people tell you. Remember we was talking about that, what everybody say about you helping the homeless or whatever? That's one of them things where, bro, you can't care about what everybody else thinks. If that's what you felt in that moment, that's what you felt in that moment.
That's why I said, pick
your chin up and go ahead and keep it moving, bro, young man.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
baby
shit.
Boy.
Nah, man. Like I said, I don't blame him for feeling how he felt because I'm sure it's a very, very frustrating situation. We've all been in some very, very frustrating situations of our financial standpoint. So I'm not necessarily blaming him for feeling what he felt, especially when you're going from making whatever he was making in his, I guess you could say, his prime days of being in the music industry to being on EBT.
You need to Google what all songs he was responsible for.
Hold on. Let me see.
Because then we can see, nigga. Because if that's your one hit wonder, man, you don't get the fuck out of our podcast talking this shit. Space.
Hold on. Let me see. Kevin McCall writing credits. Okay, let's see. Drop that down. Kevin McCall writing credits. Writing credits include a significant contribution to Chris Brown's career, with credits on hits like Deuces and Strip, as well as numerous other tracks on mixtapes and albums like Fame. He also wrote for artists such as Tyga, Big Sean, and Justin Bieber. Okay, here's specific ones. Deuces, Chris Brown, Strip, Chris Brown, the Fame album, Fan of a Fan, Chris Brown and Tyga. He got a resume.
So what now I'm on the single spaces. What the fuck bridge did you burn, bro? At first I didn't want to know and I didn't care, but now I want to know what bridge have you burnt from you not to get to all your money, and why your business wasn't intact for you to still get all your money and what you needed. Your business went in play. Your business went up the pot, bro.
Yeah. So for you to be attached to all of those names and have writing credits that extensive, you had to burn some bridges and not necessarily getting in the pockets, but you didn't have your finances in order. Like you just said that you were high when Nipsey Hussle was talking to you. I mean, you got money. Sounds like you got money or provisions for that.
You know, Spaces gonna start counting your pockets, B. You better not.
I'm not.
That you want Spaces to count your pockets. You know, Spaces love counting motherfuckers' pockets.
I'm not gonna count his pockets. I'm just
saying. You just said
like,
he had enough money to get high.
I'm just saying, like, don't tell me you broke and you crying because you on EBT and you high.
That's true. I can't knock you on that one.
So I'm not saying like how frequently do you get high, how much do you buy when you buy it and all that. I'm not.
How high were you?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
I'm just saying. So.
Hey man, fuck that high motherfucker. Let's keep going.
Let's get it. All right. So thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. We're gonna get on to the next subject. And this is something Maul sent to us.
Damn,
talking about Chicago's Hyde Park. Let's see. Oh shoot. All right. Here we go.
I went through this bitch. Damn. They went in everybody's car. Damn, they went in every car open on this bitch. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Every car through this bitch, they done bust the window on them. They done bust every car window through this bitch. Damn. They went in everybody's car.
All right, let's see. So it says multiple cars were found with busted windows outside the Chicago Museum, all caught on video. This happened at the Museum of Science and Industry near Hyde Park. The clip has sparked frustration from residents who say car break-ins like this are becoming far too common across the city. Let's see. This person said getting windows fixed is not an expense that most can afford. The city is so sad. This is what we needed what we needed the troops for. Meanwhile, ICE and National Guard out here snatching up hardworking people. SMH, yep, did me like that. A victim. Sheesh. And no friend told me to always leave the car door unlocked. That way, if they want to steal, they won't break your windows and it won't cost you anything. That's crazy.
That's dumb.
All right, Maul, you sent this to us. You remember your question?
Yeah, it was just a question because I think we was talking about something else. And I'm saying, with the government shutdown and with all this stuff is going on with people losing jobs, do y'all think this stuff is going to get common and is it going to get better or will it get worse?
I don't know. As a resident of Hyde Park and as a person who's had his window broken in since I lived over there, I think that
was the homie robbed there too? Over there too?
Yeah, Rob Carr he lives across the park from me, and he lives in Hyde Park as well. And he got hit too. So uh, that's a common occurrence around there where they got people that come in. Because you got to, if you familiar with the demographic, well, not really, the surrounding areas of Hyde Park, um, it get a little rough. So I kind of blame that situation specifically. If you're able to hit that many, those amount of cars at the museum, I blame that on the museum for not having a good amount of security. Like, where's your security, especially on that side? That's what we normally. So that's why my family normally has their 4th of July picnic. We're normally on that side because I can see exactly where they are.
Okay.
And so you got that's the bit of outdoor parking that they do have left. Other than that, you would normally park underground when you go to the museum, right? But some people park on the outside. You got to pay to park. Or I mean, you pay the little machine to park. But so I kind of blame I keep saying the university. I kind of blame the museum for not having proper security over there because a lot of times it's not a lot of action. There's not a lot going on over there. But just to kind of answer your point, I think people were busting windows and stuff like that even before. Like, you're always gonna have these kind of what I call like almost like petty thieves. They looking for something specifically. Something that they can smash or grab. They was doing this out in it's called Bippin, and they were doing this out in California, out in Oakland and the Bay Area. They've been doing this for about 2-3 years. So. I just see that kind of as something that, we taking on to, just like Kia Boys. You remember the Kia Boys? We took that from Milwaukee and we ran, you had people that ran with it. So, yeah, I mean, I guess as economics get worse, you may have some, more activity like this. But, I mean, this is something that is always going on.
I think as far as the question Ma asked, he said, do you think it'll get worse?
Yeah, do you think it get worse like as the time's going along, long as this shit keep like the government shut down? Because the government shutdown not just happening, not just the SNAP benefits. It's a lot go into that. Planes, cargo, people jobs, people not getting paid on that end too. Now they're going to work and they're not getting paid and stuff like that. So it's a whole bunch with this government shutdown it is. So you think the long as this keep going on and the longest people keep losing their jobs, with this get more and more acquaintance with?
I think, yeah, as time progresses, I'm hopefully, it doesn't resort to that. But if the government doesn't open up and give people, the benefits that they're used to getting, then I think that's what this is, and much worse is going to happen. Excuse me. I think, when it comes to even, what I'm thinking, when it comes to, if you put many of the same creatures in a box together with no resources, eventually those same creatures will start eating and destroying each other. So, yeah, I think if the government doesn't open up, then yeah, absolutely, people will indeed start. It would be worse. Like the entire cars will be stolen, or this actually reminds me of the catalytic converters that people were stealing. I think personal robberies, like people being held up and robbed for the things that they have on them, will increase because people are going to get to a point where, yeah, this is what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I have to do. So unfortunately, if the government stays closed, then yeah, it's going to get worse. And even with this conversation, I'm constantly reminded of the movie Demolition Man. Y'all seen it?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
I
got to get a copy of that movie. I need to watch it again.
You could just Google it. It should pop up on YouTube and watch a commercial. Because you don't like ads on YouTube. You bougie. You don't like ads.
I don't think it's free. I think I checked a little bit ago. But Let me see. Online for. No, I don't see nowhere where you can. Anyway, but yeah, that's my answer. I think it'll get worse. I think people, when push comes to shove, just like in the George Floyd riots, everybody was destroying the businesses and establishments around them. So I just think it's going to be more of that. What you got, Mom? What you think?
I'm on the sentiment of what both of y'all think. I think it'll probably get. Hopefully it don't, but it ain't been doing nothing but getting worse. Like you sitting over here busting cars like nigga, like we back in the 90s for some CDs. Then nobody got in there. What you would get a couple iPhone cards, some Android charges? Like what are you trying to get out of somebody's car? People don't keep stuff in their car because of that reason right there. So what are you getting? All you did was went through there, ransacked somebody's papers, looking for something, and now they got to pay $50, $60. Maybe it's probably a lot more than that. Now it's probably like $120 to $200 to get the window fix or whatnot like that. I don't know. I ain't got no window fix in a minute.
It was $100 for me.
Who?
It was $100.
$100, so yeah. And I hope, pray to God I don't. I ain't going to say it like that, but I just hope God ain't got that in my future.
Shout out to the Mexicans on 51st and Ashland, man. Y'all get y'all windows broken. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Mexicans. Well, I feel like I need to shout out the Mexicans because y'all been getting trampled on by ICE lately. So I'm trying to send some business y'all way. You feel me? 51st and Ashland, the window place. You'll see it right there on the corner.
But yeah, I do think it probably will get worse. You feel me? Like, yeah, like, because it's like, and then it don't hurt nothing but working everyday people. Because they're not going to fuck with the rich or the rich. You can't even get over there. They just come to fuck with us, the people that's working every day that's right next to them.
Yeah, I park in the garage, man. Fuck all that other shit.
I see it says here the cost to fix a broken window ranges from $150 to over $600 for replacement, with side windows typically costing $150 to $400 and rear costing $200 to $600.
Yeah, hey, so I feel like you gotta go to the Mexicans.
Yeah, go hit the
you gotta go to the Mexicans. So they're gonna hit you. They're gonna do it right. It's gonna be for the Lowski. You know what I mean? This is why we can't snatch up all the Mexicans. We can't do it. You know what I mean? We need look, because you gotta be real, right? And certain shit I fucks with them on, right? Tires. You need a good, you know what I'm saying? A good used tire. You know what I mean? Like. I don't drive, you know what I'm saying? I drive different cars, so I'm not finna put new tires on a car that had 200,000 miles. Let me go holler at the Mexicans. Let the Mexicans go ahead and pull out the nail up out the tire, right? It's I'm dead ass serious. Like
I know you is.
No, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Tents on the window. You think I'm going to the whoever the white folks is to put on the tents and they charging $300, $400, $500?
Go to Ogden, right there on Bellwood Avenue in 25th.
I'm going to the Mexicans. They gonna put the tent on and get you right. And ain't gonna be no bubbles in your shit. I don't know why it be bubbles in theirs, but they gonna make sure you ain't got none in yours.
They get you right. I'm not trying to hear it. They done did all my cars from my Infiniti to my truck to my Pontiac Grand Prix. They done did like 3-4 of my wife's cars, kids, all that. They do it. They get you good right.
Look, car wash. What's that? Where I go to? When you go to mall, you go.
Is it Glizzy? Is Glaze?
Yeah, Glitz. Yeah, Glitz.
I said Glizzy.
Yeah. No, Diddy. You got to stop all that right there. we ain't going no. You're not going nowhere that's called Glizzies. Cool on that. Called Glitzes.
Yeah. See? But I got a couple of them though. I got another one that's on 25th too. 25th and North Avenue. They get you right too. We sitting up here shouting out, nigga. I'm gonna tell them we shout them out. They owe us some money for promo.
Yeah. Hey, OG, no, all down 5th Avenue and 5th and Lake and shit, boy, especially Lake. Tire shops, Mexicans. Well, OG, no. Listen, man.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy.
It's the truth, though. He's not lying.
Hell yeah. Sometimes I wish I had me a tire shop. You know how much they charge? Like, it's real quick. Like, these is like 5-10 minute jobs. You know what I mean? They want anywhere between $25. Depends if you want a patch or a plug or whatever. Like anywhere between $25 and $45.
Facts.
They can flip like 10 of them in an hour. Like that's bread.
And guess what? They do not play about you sitting right there for over 10 minutes. Nigga, they for the You good, buddy? You good? $40.
You good? Yeah, 40.
That's how we wrote this. I was waiting to say.
Bro,
get you right.
I had a rental for my birthday, right? And I got the rental, and I had an expedition, and I promise you, like I started losing air. I ain't real. I'm like, damn, I'm losing air. I kid you not. I took that to the Mexicans over there on Lake and Lake and like 7th. I took it right there. Well, they changed the tire. They didn't change the tire. I wasn't doing that. But they plugged it up for $15. You know what I'm saying? I didn't shit.
That's a lick.
Red. Plugged it up for $15.
That's 40 all day.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I found a tire spot, a Mexican tire spot. $40 straight up.
$40.
Yeah. I need to stay somewhere. I don't necessarily got to stay in their neighborhood, right? But I need to stay somewhere close enough where I can get to the Mexicans. Just in case I need some quick work done on the car. I need a quick, you know what I'm saying? I need to stay somewhere near the Mexicans. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fuss with them. I talk shit all day, but I do patronize them too, though.
Yeah, man.
They need to come down on them tacos, though. Little 2 scoops of meat. Y'all think y'all slick. You know what I'm saying? 2 scoops of meat. Y'all done came over here charging $5 and $6 for 2 scoops of taco meat. It's crazy. Now y'all think, you know what I'm saying? They charging hamburger prices for tacos. Like one taco is a hamburger price. You know what I'm saying? But they giving you half of everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how much lettuce you get on a burger? They give you half the amount that you get on a burger, half the tomato you get on a burger. Bro. Everything is half and y'all want full fucking price. You think y'all slick?
Bro.
Oh my God.
Bro, if you cut a hamburger in half, it looked like a taco.
Yeah, right? That's a torta. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's probably I know we all subject. It's a in Villa Park. I forget the name. It's on St. Charles and I think like Addison Road. It's a gas station or whatever. And these people want they're like a taco truck, and they want regular brick and mortar prices for their tacos, bro. Like they want like 2 scoops of meat, they want $5, $6. That's what I'm saying. Like it's getting crazy. It's getting out of hand. That's why I plead to my Mexicans that watch this, my Venezuelans, or whatever it is. Like y'all gotta stop this foolishness. Like stop it, please. No mas. No mas. See what up?
Desiree, what's up?
Desiree, what's going on, man?
Desiree, what's up? He say, Jerry, you blowing. Hold on, man. Pause, man. Pause, man. He ain't blowing, man. That's incense, man. He ain't blowing. My brother Jerry is not blowing nothing, man.
He's blowing for Jesus. That's what he's blowing.
Oh no, man! Pause, man. I don't think.
Pause, wait a minute.
Man. Wait, come on, man. Pause,
man, you got you. All right, Ma.
Pause. I didn't mean it like that, man. My bad. I had to get on camera for that. I didn't mean it like that. Right. If y'all took it that way, my bad.
But now when it's time to go to heaven,
now you got blowing.
You gotta explain that. You gotta explain what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Blowing for Jesus. Now you gotta explain those things. He gonna run the tape back. Us on the podcast. You talking about blowing for Jesus?
Man, let's go to the next subject, man. What the fuck are we sitting there doing? Go to the next subject.
Ma, you reached your quota for the day, Ma. You had glizzies, and now you got one for Jesus. Ooh, jeez. And look, you said they were around the wrong person. Look at David.
You already know. I already do. Ignore him. You gotta ignore him. Keep going.
That's the way with it.
What's up, Desiree? All right. So, thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with two people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live on this Sunday. So, this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So, Amazon is one of the big tech companies, probably if not Tesla, is the biggest tech company right now, right? So, but we caught word of them doing a massive layoff, right? So apparently they're laying off 14,000 people. So let's check it out. Oops.
है कि वो ग्लोबली अपने 14,000 कॉर्पोरेट स्टाफर्स
Oh my
You got the wrong clip? What, you got the wrong clip?
I don't. क्या 14,000 इंडियंस की जॉब जाने वाली है? देखो अमेज़न ने अनाउंस किया है कि वो ग्लोबली अपने 14,000 कॉर्पोरेट स्टाफ.
That video is not even in English.
Zohran win.
I don't care how you
Zohran win. Zohran win mayor.
क्या 14,000 इंडियंस
की they're thinking Indian, bro. This is where we going. Zohran win mayor, and I ain't thinking Indian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
Mamdani. Indian Ugandan. Let's go.
Okay.
Ugandan Indian. I've never.
Found. What I do, Desiree? I'm just laughing. All right, let's check this out. Found a different one. Sheesh, what was that? Wasn't even in English. All right.
This mass tech layoff is felt globally, but especially here in Seattle, where Amazon is based. It has announced that it is laying off about 14,000 of its corporate workers. And the company says this is all about doing things faster and more efficiently. This coming from a company that's spent time investing billions of dollars in artificial intelligence, or AI. Amazon sent out a company-wide memo, and it's also made public on the website that outlines what laid off workers can expect. Most impacted employees will have 90 days to look for internal roles. Those workers will be given priority in hiring for those existing jobs. But for workers who can't find another job within Amazon or choose not to, Amazon says it will offer severance pay, outplacement services, health insurance benefits, and more. Now, we spoke to a local tech industry expert who says they're not surprised by this mass layoff, saying that companies like Amazon or even Microsoft have spent recent years investing tens of billions of dollars in AI. Now, when you look at the public memo that's on Amazon's website, it's called Staying Nimble and Continuing to Strengthen Our Organizations. It does link to other documents within the website talking about its 2026 strategic plan. And in it, it does talk about that there will be some hiring in the new year, but that other job cuts are still possible. Now, as we wait to learn which employees across the entire footprint may be laid off, we do know that 1 in 5 corporate employees are based here in Seattle. Stay with King 5 and King 5 Plus for up.
All right. So my question to you guys is it's two questions separate from each other. One is, we noticed that a lot of these big name companies are doing massive layoffs, right? You got Amazon doing 14. I think I saw Paramount doing somewhere between like 2,000 or something like that. I think I saw Microsoft, I saw UPS doing all these layoffs. Question one is, what do you guys think about the layoffs in general in terms of the advancement of technology? And then two, as she was saying in this video, ask if you worked at these companies, would you take the severance package, or would you try to stick through it to the end? Let's start with you, Mo.
First question, you said about the layoffs. About how do I feel about them?
Yeah, what do you think about all of these big name companies doing all these massive layoffs? Like the total amount roughly is like more than 50,000 in total between all of these companies.
Okay, it's kind of like inevitable because it's like it's coming. And it's like, I think Jeffrey Day said this on one of the pods before when he was like, okay, when you do all these layoffs and you do all these things and you get artificial intelligence to come in here and do this, and you're still selling product, how is people going to buy product if they have no money? If you got all the jobs taken up by artificial intelligence, who's going to have the money to buy the product or buy the services or buy whatever you selling? Who's going to have the money to buy that? That's what I just have for them. And it's like it's inevitable. Damn, them words.
Inevitable.
What Spacer said.
You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it to like what's going to happen. It's just like all we can do is keep going to work, hoping we still got our jobs and stuff. And I hope that, you know, you got some plans in places, or you're investing in some stock markets, or you're doing something to put you in some type of head to where you'll be okay. And then you said about taking the severance package.
Yeah, and I don't know the details of the severance package. Maybe I need to look it up and if they have it out.
It got to be worth it. It can't not be worth it to me. And I ain't talking about no little petty $50,000, $60,000 because you'll blow through that in a year or two. You got to come and start with like at least 100,000, 200,000 for me to start thinking about it.
I think this isn't pertaining to Amazon, but I think I saw it was I think it was with Tesla when Elon sent out the emails to people. It was like they'll pay you. Don't get me the line. Never mind. I'll look it up while JVD, go ahead. What you got on it?
Yeah, I saw this coming. Right, this is why I'm on the podcast, and you guys know me. I've never really been a big supporter of Amazon in general, because I already seen the play. Like, to me, it's like they trying to put everybody else, even the big box stores. You trying to put Walmart and shit out of business. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you're trying to do essentially what Walmart did and Target did to the mom and pop stores. So, but you know, people being lazy, obviously they don't want to go get their own shit. They don't want to go to the store. That's depending on a place like Amazon. Now, Amazon does have great prices, of course, you know, but I'm a brick and mortar type of person. I like to touch and feel what the fuck I'm finna pick up, what I'm about to buy, and you know, and just like I don't want you to ship me something defective, and then I gotta take it to Kohl's or whatever or Whole Foods, right? You guys then took over Whole Foods, you know, that's their shit too, right? So, just in general, I already saw the play. I'm curious, in those 14,000 people, how many of those people are actually like what do they call those visas? The Indians get, a lot of the Indians get
work visas.
Yeah, they work visas, but they like special visas for like
like furloughs almost.
Yeah. How many of those people are you laying off and sending back to the crib? You know what I'm saying? Are you sending back Americans? You see what I'm saying? You laying off the Americans.
I love us, bro. Because don't nobody know what he's talking about, but we know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I just love us, bro.
How many of them you sending back to the crib, or you sending back Americans? Like you laying off Americans? You did? That's what I want to know. And then as far as the severance package, like, is this shit going down regardless? If it's going down regardless, then I can't. I can't. It's not guaranteed that I'm gonna have my job through this. It's not guaranteed. Like, I'm not one of the ones where they decide to keep. Then yeah, I take the severance package. Like, I mean, I guess I don't have no choice. I might as well go out with something.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I just pulled it up. It says here. I'll pull it up on the screen. Minimize us. There we go. Amazon's 2025 severance package for laid off corporate employees includes a 90-day period of full pay and benefits, followed by a separate severance package. The additional package includes a severance payment, transactional health benefits, and job placement assistance. While the 90-day paid non-working period is standard, the specifics of the subsequent package can vary, particularly for transactional benefits based on location. So it looks like it's at least 90 days.
No, that ain't it. But if there's no way, like, you know what I'm saying, they plan on keeping you, I guess I just take the package. What I'm saying is, like, it's different if you had, like, we're not laying it off any people. However, we're taking voluntary people that want to take these a severance package, and then you try to offer me some bullshit like that, then of course I wouldn't take it. But if it's like, nigga, we finna lay you off anyway, take this severance package, I bet.
There's some people that I had a typo, OG. He said 14,000, not 42,000. Yeah, you're right. My fault. Davi said no one's safe. That's facts. No one's safe. And the thing is, they're targeting the people that they have to pay the most. Because notice they said it's 1 in 5 of the corporate people. It's not 1 in 5 drivers. So, and I was about to say that even though they're figuring out how they can make that work too, because I've seen technology for the drones that they're gonna use that they're testing out, and the self-driving cars. Y'all seen those?
Yeah, I got a question for you guys. I got a question for y'all once you're done, Spaces.
But yeah, my thought on it is, what do I think about it? Yeah, I'm on the same sentiment as Jay every day with that one. I saw it coming. Even though I am Amazon connoisseur, I actually ordered some stuff off of Amazon recently.
This shit because of you. I knew this shit was because of you.
Boy, I was spending enough to make them lay off people.
I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead, keep
bro.
going.
I was spending like $5 and $6.
Yeah, you know.
But I mean, it's that convenience though that's what makes Amazon so appealing to people, because depending on what the product is and how soon you order it, some stuff you can get the same day. So I agree with you, Jay, every day. I am a brick and mortar kind of person in terms of wanting to go to the store. On the flip side, a lot of people think, like, why do I need to go to the store when I can just wake up at 4 o'clock, order this, and it's going to be here by 5? And unfortunately, you know, Amazon is going to corner the market, or it's working on cornering the market, because they have the service, they have the product, now they're in groceries, they're in medicine, if I'm not mistaken. They're monopolizing the market. I don't see, and I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of these stores we see, a contribution to why we see certain stores closing down, is because why am I going to go here and pay X amount for this when I can save 4, 5, and 10 and 20, maybe $100, depending on what it is, and order it off Amazon? It's a toss up. It varies from person to person, but most people are going to continue to order off Amazon, and that's why their warehouses are so big. Like, I think it was somebody said the average amount that an Amazon worker works a day in the warehouse, they walk like 6 miles, 8 miles or something like that a day. I forget what the number was. Don't get me wrong, but it was definitely a lot. And I'm like, wow. But me, I would definitely. Second part of the question was, I would try to negotiate that severance package. Figure out something. I don't know what specifically I would negotiate, but 90 days. Well, they said they offer, job placement assistance. I don't know how efficient it is, but I would just take the severance package, because, like you said, what can you do? They're not saying, do you want to ride this out to the end, or do you want a severance package? It's like, we're offering you the severance package because your job, your position is being terminated. So. Right. Go ahead, JV. What are you saying?
So my question to you all, and I think we talked about it kind of briefly before on the podcast, but given that you guys are stock people, right? You guys are stock people. I know y'all NVIDIA people. We talked about it on the podcast, so it's not giving away what y'all do. But I was having this discussion with Stogie before, and I was saying that if you invest in it, you support it. Would you agree? Or not agree? But you know what I mean? Because to me, it's like, if you invest in it, right? So if you invest, because we were talking about NVIDIA specifically, and I said, well, if you invest in NVIDIA, then you support the AI takeover. I get that it's basically inevitable, right? But then it also is like, well, you also support the AI taking over whatever job it is that you do, because eventually it'll come for it.
Yeah, and investing in the stocks, it by default is contributing to the advancement of those companies and whatever it is that what their motive is, even if it's not your intention to your investment is an intention to eventually cause layoffs and job displacement and all that stuff. By default, just by you investing in them, you're contributing to what it is that what they stand for. I 100% agree.
Okay, Mom, what you think?
I agree. You're right about that. If you invest in that, like that's just like with any one of your 401k, when you invest in Vanguard or whatever like that, you kind of supporting it by blind default.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't know what your dollars and stuff is going to, what you're investing in. Yeah, you're 100% right about that. You know, some people are trying to be politically correct, like, no, I'm not. No, yes, you are. Just and I'm not trying to say you're wrong for it, but nigga, you are. It is what it is. Because there's a lot of things that I invest in, and I'm thinking I'm investing in this, but it's a lot of things that they might do under the table with my money too, though.
Right.
So you like you say, you investing by this by default. You're investing in your own demise just to get a couple dollars. But it's like, what else should you do, or what else can you do?
Mm-hmm. And that's what the sentiment that I'm on with it is like. It's like just like you said, Ma. What can you do? It's like the plus side to that though is, and I guess to Jerry Day's point, is not a whole lot of a plus. Is anybody can invest in it too. So if the big name companies are, capitalizing off the fact that you invest in it, then capitalize as well with them. Granted, like you're not going to be able to buy tens and hundreds of thousands of shares of these companies because these are people that have, finances available to them beyond reason. When we started talking about NVIDIA, it was like $92 a share. Mm-hmm. Now it's like 150, 160 last I checked.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, the fuck is not. That shit like 226, 225 or something like that.
Stop lying to me.
I can tell you don't watch your money. Because I watched that shit. It's like what is it? 215,
it's 188.
It's good. It bounced down because it hit an all-time high of 2 something. That must bounce back down. It can't be no 188.
Let me Nancy Beauty said AI is the new slave for big business. Sheesh.
Oh, NVIDIA 190, but it was what's the all-time high? It hit the all-time high. It hit 212. It hit 212.88. I know it wasn't.
Well, let's do 6 months. Oh, here we go. 202, 206.
Yeah, I know it was up there in the twos. Because remember, I put it in the group chat. I put it in our group chat.
Sheesh.
So, I mean, for me, even though I don't invest in NVIDIA, I do pay attention because, now it's showing you, okay, what direction they're really trying to ramp it up, But again, if you have all these jobs or whatever going to AI and, just robots and robotics, it's like, okay, well, how does one get paid? How does one get paid at the end of the day? Well, you no longer even need currency. You know what I mean? So you guys, and no disrespect to you all, but it's you all investing in something that at the end of the day, the currency is going to be obsolete anyway if you have robots.
Because like you say, what are you? If you got all these people doing everything humans used to do to get money and jobs and stuff, what are you still making a product for? Is we gonna go to a universal base income for everybody?
Right.
Everybody gonna have a universal base income to keep the economy going, and you get to buy and whatever. You don't have to go to work or nothing like that. You just get a base universal income for everybody because all the jobs are gone.
Yeah.
Like what's the end goal?
Jerry, go ahead. My fault.
Oh, no, I understand you're trying to make everything easy, and that's what we always talk about. Shit, easy times bring motherfucking trouble. What did it say? Easy times bring what type of man it was again?
hard times makes hard men. Hard men make easy times. Easy times make weak men. Weak men make hard times.
Whoa! Not hard men. Not hard men, man. Pause. I gotta get you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta
tough
man.
times make tough men.
Yeah, we go. Not hard men, dog. You know?
But
Tough
times make tough men. Tough men make easy times. Easy times make weak men. Weak men make tough times.
But what are we gonna get? What's the end goal? What's the end goal with all this AI and we making all this AI and it takes all the jobs? Then what are we gonna do? Everybody's not gonna have a job. And then I know y'all, huh?
I said exactly.
So and then I know y'all heard about this AI artist that got signed and is on a Billboard 100.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. He doing his one too.
So what's the end goal?
I think that's the point where it'll kind of implode on itself, because to your point, Maul, and both of your points, at a certain point, it's going to get to a point where robots are taking up so many jobs and making production so efficient that humans won't be able to make enough money to buy the products. And then the money keeps the production going. So if you're not making money because people aren't spending money at your business, or they don't have the money to spend at your business, then your business will eventually suffer from it.
I mean, real quick, like it was something I could have been watching, and it was brought to my attention. It was a commercial, and it was like the commercial had something to do with vacuum. It was just, you know, it wasn't much, but it was like it was, you know, the person said, well, damn, do they even need real actors and stuff? Well, no, they asked, was this AI? It didn't look like it was AI, but now I'm thinking like, man, even with commercials and things like that, you no longer need people to do commercials. We could just put out an AI with Sora too. Or, you know what I mean? Like just certain jobs, or even you know, little models that pose for you know, I don't know, bra ads, or, you know, the guys who pose for the underwear ad, whatever, right? You don't need those people. You don't need those people. We got AI to do this shit.
And that's, you know, I saw I was just watching the show. Not watching the show. What was it? I forget what I was watching. But it was basically, you know how in music, a person will have a solo career for so long, and then their career will maybe reach a point where their career is stagnant, so they collaborate with somebody to help catapult them even further, right? It's the same thing. Same thing with acting, right? Acting would be the main character or whatever in the movie for so long, and it gets to a point where they have to collaborate, not necessarily have to, but they collaborate with another actor and to help catapult their career, to help reach new audiences and all that stuff. I'm noticing that actors are doing multi-features in movies and shows. Like it's a bunch of different, what we would call big name A-list or B-list actors and actresses that are collaborating together. And I've also heard them ask those questions like you just said every day. Well, I think it was NLE Choppa that made an all AI video.
Is this the recent video?
It was.
Oh, that's AI.
Hold on. Let me.
This the one where he dissing NBA YoungBoy.
NLE Choppa AI music video.
He doing the Michael Jackson dance.
Shoot, I'm not gonna be able to pull it up that right now in this conversation, but I believe it was NLE Choppa that was he made a 100% AI music video. All of it was AI. It was one of these younger rappers, but the actors and the actresses are asking that question, like, what about us? What are we gonna do now? If you're paying me 7 figures or if I'm getting paid 7 figures, then you don't even need to hire anybody. You can pay $1,000 and some time to make your movie. What about us? And this is what essentially what Jay Everyday is saying, which I 100% agree with. 100% agree with. Okay, so we'll get into this. We'll get into this other topic. It's one of the ones this is one on the thumbnail. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Actually, thank you for hitting that like button also, and share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live and having great conversation right now.
Yeah, fuck with us.
What's that out?
Felt like. No, I just saying fuck with us. I just felt like being vulgar, you know.
Oh. So Zohran Mamdani had won the nomination for the mayor of New York. And let's see here. All right.
Oh, you doing, but
New York City has elected Democrat Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani to be its next mayor. Now, he will become the first Muslim mayor of the city and its youngest in more than a century. Not really a surprise. I don't know why people are waking up in the last, 2.5 weeks. I think they should have woke up after the primary where he handily defeated Andrew Cuomo. But back to your analysis, because I think this is very key. I thought that Andrew ran a very lackluster campaign. I think taking 10 days off after Labor Day is unthinkable if you're a candidate. I think he spent way too much time out in the Hamptons, and he didn't have a message that resonated, and he still had a hangover of hatred for the time he was governor. That all worked against him.
I think there'll also be this debate if he had another week or 2 weeks, would that have been enough to close the gap? And I'm not sure, based on the numbers we're seeing right now. Cuomo got his act together in the last couple of weeks. He was doing a lot more interviews. He was out there. And Sean, I will tell you, there's a reason why politicians spend a year in Iowa. They go out there to refine their message, to be able to answer every question on every topic possible and do it within 30 seconds time. Cuomo was out of political talking shape, period. Now, he got his sea legs under him in the last couple of weeks. He showed up on Fox many times, showed up on MSNBC and CNN, made himself much more available. But there'll be pieces written as to whether or not this was the right way to run a campaign. And if you had another week or 2 weeks' time, could you have closed the gap on Mamdani tonight? And that's a question we'll never know, Sean, but it'll certainly be talked about and written about.
Bill Hemmer, amazing coverage. We'll get back to you at the big board coming up.
All right. So one of the things, I don't know if you guys were able to see it, that let's see, actually, let me pull it up. Let's see. Zohran Mamdani.
Don't mess with the Zohran.
Let's see. Don't mess with the Zohran. Let's see. I'm sorry. I guess I can't pull it up right there. But one of the things that a couple of the things that he was running on was free bus rides, right? That's one of the things. Free bus rides. Another thing that he was running on was he wants to have five grocery stores that are ran by the government in one of each of the bureaus of New York. Government ran. So, and then another thing is he wants to increase the corporate tax rate from, what is it? I forget what it's exactly, but he wants to increase it as well. Now, what's going on is, well, part one, before I go on with that, do you guys have any thoughts about Zohran winning?
I feel like once you gave them all the 7-Elevens, political office was obviously going to be next. So, that make any sense?
Did you say once you give them all the 7-Elevens?
Yeah. No, I ain't got no problem with Zohran winning. I think that he's not the first immigrant mayor anywhere. He's not even the first immigrant New York mayor. So, him being Muslim probably is the issue with a lot of people, but I don't have a problem with with him winning. I just know time will tell when it comes to anything. So, a lot of times these guys that come in making these promises, they come in thinking they're gonna change some shit. Like, this is bigger than Nino Brown. This is bigger than Zohran, right? So he can stay and make all these promises, but it's a lot of money out there. And you know, if you don't kind of get down, you're gonna lay down.
Maul, what you got?
What I got is, and bro, I don't stay in New York. That's one of the first things. That ain't really my thing. I'm steady just trying to worry about. Like I barely pay attention to the politics that's here. So paying attention to the politics and you hear all the clips about whatever, yeah, that's cool. That's all and dandy. And like Jerry, they said, and you know my motto too with politics too. You made all them promises. I don't want to hear none of that. When don't mayors get two years, right? I think it's 2 to 4 years, right? Is it 4? 4 or 2?
I think it's 4.
4. After your 4 years up, if you ain't did none of that shit you was, trying to move on to the next candidate. Ain't no let me get another shot. They won't let me do this because you volunteered a lot of lies that you ain't I call them voluntary lies when people run it. Because a lot of stuff you don't have to say. If you just keep it real and keep, you know, the thing to a minimum with little things that you can do to give you another 4 terms, just say that. But for you to say about getting the bus rides and you want to do all these grocery stores with the government and all this other stuff, hey, I hope you can do all that. But then again, like I said, I don't stay in New York, so we don't get 2 shits. Just my opinion.
Bus rides is, you know, I say, look, this is one thing. Hold on. What? My bad. Go ahead, Spaces. I got to take care of this real quick.
My thoughts. I agree with you, Maul. When it comes regardless of if it's specific about Zohran, if it's any political figure, right? If you're gonna make the promises, then live up to it, right?
Right.
My thought process is, I wish I could ask the question. Well, I can, but I asked him specifically the question, how? Because I've seen him on debates, and he doesn't really answer the questions when people try to ask him specific questions as to how do you plan on doing this, like a side-by-side interview. I wish he would have, where someone can ask him, how do you actually plan on doing this? Because every time I hear government funded, I hear taxpayer funded. Whenever I hear free anything that's provided by a politician or government official, I hear taxpayer funded. So when speaking specifically on the bus thing, when you say free bus rides, well, or even government ran grocery stores, which has never worked in the history of ever, from what I was able to research. Somebody has to pay for it. How do you plan on paying for it? That's my number one question. And it's sad. It's a sad fact that when people start hearing the word free, their ears turn off from any reason, any logic-based thinking or anything. They just hear, "Oh, you say free? Then I'll take free any day of the week." So
be humble. What up?
How do you pay for free bus rides entirely? And then one of the major concerns about free bus rides is, what's to stop the homeless from taking up the seats on the bus all day? So I think a lot of times when a person is saying all of the stuff that you want, then a lot of times they're full of hot air.
Be Humble said a lot of cities have free buses, and I'm trying to figure out. Been to quite a few major cities. I haven't ridden everybody's public transportation, but maybe Spaces. Maybe you can Google what cities have free buses, because I know the ones the size of New York don't have. I mean, shit, New York is the only city of this magnitude. So, at least in the United States. So, who's giving out free bus rides?
Let me see if I can pull it up. Cities that have free buses.
And to be honest, from what I know about New York, New York's fare isn't even the highest in the nation. It's not even, I mean, it's comparable to everything else.
You say overthinking can kill. Well, underthinking can cause chaos. Well, let's see here. Let me take it down. It says cities that have free buses is all I typed in. Kansas City, Missouri. Isn't Kansas City like one of the most dangerous places? I don't know.
Bro,
Chapel Hill, no.
It's like 7 people that live in Kansas City, Missouri. I mean, it's more than 7, but I'm serious. Like, come on, man. Kansas City. Who else? What else? What else notable city here?
All right, I'll read it out loud. Kansas City, Missouri, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Corvallis, Oregon, Breckenridge, Colorado, Park City, Utah, Boston, Massachusetts, Tucson, Arizona.
What does it say about
Alexandria.
Boston? I can't see. What's saying next to it?
Has had free routes as part of pilot programs.
Okay. Has had. Sound like they ended them shits.
Tucson, Arizona has a zero fare public transportation system. Alexandria, Virginia, Clemson, South Carolina, Olympia, Washington, Missoula, Montana, and Albany, New York has experimented with free bus rides.
New York rent is crazy. I agree because he was talking about, as far as the rent and whatever. But I mean, you got to pay to get on the bus, bro. You got to pay. We can't foot everything for you. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers want free places to stay, free food, free ways to get around, so they can free healthcare. Like, dog, you gotta do something. You can't pay the $2.25 to get on the bus, or whatever it costs, $3. You already getting everything else paid for. You ain't no extra for that. But niggas walking around with Jordans and shit. That's another thing down in New York. You know what I'm saying? They got Pellies and Jordans and all this crazy foolishness. You know what I mean? Want to show and want to be the flyest niggas in the game, but talking about we need free bus fare. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, what my man say, man? Pack them up, man. Pack him up, man. Pack him up, man.
Check this out, Jerry. Check this out. All right, so I typed in the average amount of bus fare in the U.S. The average amount for a single bus fare in the U.S. is difficult to pinpoint due to wide variations, but one study found the average was around $1.79 to $2.50 for a one-way ticket, including transfers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, bro, you got to pay to move around. We're not finna foot that too. You might want to start riding bikes. You niggas will be healthier. You know what I'm saying? Ride bikes, start walking. You dig?
And that's he answered my questions, right? They said buses that cost. He said the free one only go to certain areas. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many questions to ask. We can make a whole PowerPoint presentation about that question, or the whole practice around these free buses. Where do they go? What cities? Like, how far do they go? Like, are these regular size buses like what we see around Chicago? Or are these shorter buses? Like what's the route? Like, there's so many questions that we can. What's the overall income of that area?
No bread for that. It don't even matter. We ain't got no bread for that. Nothing. That's just something we ain't got it for. You see what I'm saying? We ain't got it for it.
We ain't got it.
We ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? That emoji. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got it, man. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
He said New York already has traffic problems. I know, bro, because check this out. Two scenarios that I went through when I was in New York. One, for whatever reason, it might have happened in the same day, I'm not sure. But just to go, we got stuck in downtown Manhattan traffic. It was me and my guys. I am not exaggerating to you, bro. It took an hour to go 1 mile. That's how crazy the traffic is. And so even
why y'all didn't walk?
Let's see. They need less vehicles on the street, he said. Like, nah, bro. And then check this out, on top of that too, their construction isn't as maneuverable as it is out here, right? So We were going to pick up somebody, and we missed our turn because it was a turn that was very, very easy to miss. Like, you know how sometimes the street looks skinnier than what it is, so you might not fit or whatever. I forget exactly why. I was in the passenger seat trying to help find it, but we had to go across the bridge, circle all the way around, past it on our left-hand side because there was a median blocking us from turning left to where we need to go. So we had to go past it and then come back around. Bro, that added like 25 minutes.
Buddy either wouldn't have went or he would have had. Since y'all going a mile an hour, nigga, you're gonna have to walk and catch up to us. You see what I'm saying? We still in traffic, nigga. You can catch up. We're not coming back around this bitch though. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna do it. Catch one of them divvy bikes and catch, you know what I'm saying? Do one of them numbers. We're not doing it. What they talking about, man? We ain't got it.
So one of the things, you know, he always talks about being free, and just like you said every day with the Amazon, like you saw the play in the long run.
Yeah.
So this is some videos that I came across when it comes to Zohran, because I seen the play. He knows that if you offer people a bunch of free stuff, then they're most likely to ride with you, right? So this is a video from 2 months ago, before the results of the election.
Well, folks, you've done it again. We can't take any more of your money. Truly, you need to stop. Thanks to you, we've raised the maximum amount of money we can spend in this race, $8 million. And you've done it with more than 2 months to go until the election. So that means we got it in the bag, right? Wrong. You think Bill Ackman's gonna sit back and let us walk into City Hall? No, he's gonna write a very long tweet and then cut an even bigger check to one of our opponents. So get ready to see a lot more scary videos of this face on your TV. But just like we did in June, this movement can overcome their money in November. So we are once again asking, not for your dollars, but your time. Sign up to Canvas or Phone Bank at ZohranForNYC.com/events. Make it a weekly shift. And above all, do not send us any more money.
All right. So he says he posted that video he posted that 2 months ago, and then right after his election, he posted this.
Good morning, New York City. Thank you. Last night we made history, and today we begin the work of making a new administration. Welcome to the transition. This is the period over the next few months where we build a city hall that delivers on the promises of our campaign, to make New York City affordable and to make government accountable to the people it serves. As we prepare to govern, we'll start announcing the leaders who will help implement our agenda. People like deputy mayors who oversee entire areas of government, and the commissioners who carry out the critical work of city agencies. These appointments will be driven by excellence, integrity, and hunger to solve old problems with new solutions. Talking to organizers on the front lines of the fight to improve our city, government veterans with proven track records, policy experts from around the country and the world, and working people who know better than anyone what our neighborhoods deserve. And this will be a period, like the campaign we ran and the City Hall to come, defined by transparency. Because New Yorkers deserve a government they can trust. On January 1st, I will be your mayor. New Year's Day, and a new era for this city. Oh, and one more thing. Remember how I told you a few months ago to stop sending us money? You can start again. This transition requires staff, research, and an infrastructure that can meet this moment. And it will be made possible by the people who built and believe in this movement. So I hope you'll make a donation at transition2025.com. Now let's get to work.
So he says we don't need no more money. We reached the cap of whatever it is, you know, and we reached the cap that we can raise for this campaign. And once I become mayor, you'll get all of this free stuff, free transportation, you know, free universal health care, and you know, I'll freeze the rent. But as soon as I get elected, I'm going to ask you for money. Does that seem like? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's like I reached my goal, so now I'm going to reveal my truths, or do you think it's, in your opinion, that it's not connected at all? What do you think?
Right now, I mean, because I guess maybe he wants to be ethical in the first one, like the first video that you showed. So it wants to come off as being ethical. So if it is something that he has to stop, you know, I guess a quota or whatever that he has to, you know, you can't go over, then, you know, that was cool. if it does take money afterwards, then I don't have a problem with him asking for the money. You know, I'd rather him ask for donations than raise tax dollars, so to speak, right? That's how I look at it. But I think that this is going to be a time for really different corporate businesses to get on board with whatever his agenda is and try to, you know, fit in with that. So this is where they give their donations, you know, and make sure that they're not affected by whatever it is that he's trying to implement.
What do you got, Mo? What do you think?
I don't know much about like why he did it or why he didn't. I think the first video he said he did it because he was running and he met his campaign max, so that's why he told people to stop. I'm going by the video, and then now I guess this is for the team he need to do before he can get the research or whatever like that. So I kind of don't have no problem with it. But like I said again, I'm gonna go back to my first quote. I don't stay in New York, and I ain't sending them $1, so I don't give no fuck.
I think it was a catch-22, man. I think it was, I'm going to promise all these people to, it was an alarm for me when he said, you know, he went on his campaign talking about, I'm going to give you make all of this stuff free for you. But as soon as he gets elected and say, now I need your money. Well, that makes me question how far in advance to the opposite of what Be Humble says. He said overthinking can kill. Well, what were you thinking was going to happen? Like you already had this, you didn't devise this plan the minute after you got elected. You already knew that you were going to need this money. So did you play on the people's feelings about whatever it is that they want to be free to them, for you to get in office and then say, you know what, now you can start paying us? Or were you thinking like, yeah, now that I'm saving you this money on your rent, your healthcare, your food, your bus fares, use that money to give it to me or to my campaign or to whatever this effort is that I got going on.
But isn't it for his campaign to hire people to do the research though? It's not for him per se. It's for to do the research and then hire the people to do the research. Am I tripping?
For sure, I'm sure that I don't know 100% the answer to your question, but I'm sure that what you were saying is definitely a part of it for sure. Yeah. But then it's also the question of how is he getting paid?
He's gonna get paid when he become a mayor, and he already rich, ain't he? He rich as fuck. And his
his people have money. He's never had a job in his life.
Okay.
So he has money. So if your people have money, you need. Is it possible for you to? Are you, Zohran? This is a question that I would ask him. Are you dedicating any of your funds to this effort?
Hold on, though. Are we going to do this with every new person that get elected, though?
I would ask that to anybody.
Okay, I'm just asking questions because I don't stay in New York. Now, when it comes to Chicago and we start talking about this, I'm cool. I think
Brandon Johnson endorsed them.
Huh?
Brandon Johnson encouraged them.
Because they the same run on the same side.
Right.
So why wouldn't he endorse them?
But you said, okay, so, and this isn't to say that you're wrong in your thinking by any means, but you say you're not in New York. True. But if the mayor of Chicago endorses somebody that's in New York, that can bring the question if he has the same goals as Zohran. In fact, we were talking maybe 2 or 3 months ago now how Brandon Johnson was talking about putting tolls on Lakeshore Drive.
And guess what? We're not for that. I don't stand but I still stand instead of I'm in a neighbor thing. So yeah, we can talk about that, but I don't stand New York. So that's you. I think these are questions for like New Yorkers to be answering how they get. Because if you move to New York, I can understand all your sentiment. I can understand every question you have. But if you don't stay there, you don't know what they're going through. You're not boots on the ground. You don't know how they feel about this man or not. And evidently, they wanted a breath of fresh air if they wouldn't have got this dude. So if they wouldn't have voted for this dude, that means they wanted a breath of fresh air. They tired of everybody else, and they wouldn't have voted for him. He had the largest, I do know, he had one of the largest turnouts in New York history of how many people voted for him.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I think
so
that.
evidently,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mo.
So evidently, he's a breath of fresh air. He's what the people wanted, and they voted for what they wanted.
Go ahead, Jay, every day.
So I did find it interesting because I listened to on my way to work. I listened to a lot of AM radio. So I found it interesting that Hakeem Jeffries, right? It took him a long time to endorse Zohran. Zohran? This dude, the Indian kid. What's how you pronounce his name? Zohran. So it took him a long time to endorse Zohran. And then Barack Obama. I'm not even sure if he actually endorsed him. You know what I mean? So I find it interesting, and it was a black radio host here at WVON, and he was asking like, why did it take Hakeem Jeffries so long to endorse this guy? And in my opinion, like, because he was like, well, Hakeem Jeffries was wrong for not endorsing him or taking so long to endorse him, and I had to remember like Hakeem Jeffries is from New York, right? So to your point, Ma, like you don't know how actual New Yorkers feel about him, sure, because like the guy, he's an immigrant, so you're gonna have a lot of immigrants who's gonna gravitate towards that in general because they feel like it's kind of attack on them right now anyway, given our president. But so obviously you're gonna have a lot of people. It's kind of almost like them fighting back, right? But it's to be seen what he's gonna bring to the table. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's to be seen what he brings to the table. Because even though I feel like I don't live in New York. I mean I don't feel like I know I don't live in New York. What happens in New York, given that it's our nation's largest city, it kind of trickled down and help and affect Chicago. You know what I mean? Because even when we did talk about the the tolls on Lakeshore Drive or tolls, that was something introduced in New York first, where they was talking about that. Did they start that program? They did start that program, right? Where
I think it's I know what tax you're talking about. Yeah, and now on that sentiment, if you're talking about that spaces, and that's why you want to talk about this, okay, I can understand that because I can understand. We don't live in New York, which I don't give a fuck about, but I understand. Keep an eye on it. We don't think so. We're not on the ground, so I can't talk about a dude that I have not seen. I only been hearing about him. I don't know nothing about him whatsoever. Period. And like I say, if New Yorkers voted him in, they must wanted a breath of fresh air. They on the ground. They got boots on the ground, and a lot of people are really endorsing him. And a lot of people of the New York have really like this dude. They really like him.
So let me get these couple comments because it was they're saying what I was what this next person said. OG said he made it clear that what that money was to handle the research and transaction team.
And that's what I said though.
See, this is the thing. Yeah, you said about in my mind, it's like there's so much corruption in politics and with politicians in general. They will say that this money is for this, but in reality, a lot of them are lining their pockets with the money. Not saying that he didn't use it or whatever the case, but just a thought. Like I take that with a grain of salt, is what I'm saying. J-Lo on the track, what's good, bro? He said part of that was being fueled from people who are going against President Trump. That's why he got that much of a turnout. And the election in New York did not require IDs to vote. Illegal immigrants voted.
Do you know that for sure?
Yes, that is proven fact.
People keep saying that, but you like we're going off he say, thee say, and all this other stuff. Like we don't know that for sure because you weren't at the polls.
Because
when we go
vote real quick, when you guys vote, they ask you all for your ID.
Yes, they do. They ask me my name and then they ask me to show my ID.
So I don't get asked for my ID.
But I get asked for mine.
I've heard people that at least now I've not talked to anybody from New York myself. I've seen people that at least say that they are from New York and they voted and no ID they were not asked for their ID to vote. Plus, I also saw what was said to be one of the ballots for the mayoral candidates, Zohran's name was on there twice. So I don't. This is just stuff that I'm seeing. I'm not saying that it's necessarily true or not true. I'm just regurgitating what people are saying. J-Lo on the track also said yes, because people who voted at the polls say I've never been asked for an ID to vote in New York.
Yeah, I've never been asked to vote where my address is either. But but every time, you know, you go there, they do check off something letting them know that you're from this address. So I mean, trying to figure out like how are they bypassing that part? Like, okay, somebody from this address, you know, 123 Main Street already voted. Or we have 2 residents here and you're the third person talking about you're from 123 Main Street. We don't have you on here or your name or whatever it is. So I don't, you know, I would like to know how were the illegal immigrants able to vote?
Yeah, I just Googled it. Let's see. I didn't even need to click on specific links. It just says here. Let me make it. So I just typed in, is ID required to vote in New York or not? Well, let me get rid of this. It says right here, New York Board of Elections, vote.nyc. Registered voters do not need to show ID to vote unless they're provided with identification with their registration. Ballotpedia.org says New York does not require voters to present identification while voting. However, if a voter is not provided identification at the time of yeah, I can go further into it, but
neither is Illinois. Illinois is
OG said BS, undocumented people cannot vote. I mean, I just showed you.
That don't mean they can vote. Though. Now, just because you don't gotta have no ID, that don't mean they undocumented. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that don't mean just because you don't have to show ID that they're undocumented. Now we can't say that. Now the no ID, I can agree with you on that because we just read it or whatever. But you just said no undocumented whatchamacallit was voting. That's not what that said.
Well, I don't understand.
Okay.
No, I'm also saying that how can you prove that it was no illegal immigrants or undocumented people voting? How can they prove that?
That's the question. That's the question we have on the table right now.
Look,
if you
don't get me wrong.
I
do feel like you need to show ID. I do feel like you need to show ID to vote. I don't see nothing wrong with that. However, where I live, where I reside, they do not ask for ID to vote. But in this situation that we're talking about, how can they prove that undocumented people didn't vote? Or voted, undocumented people voted? Because you still got to provide an address. You still got to provide a name, right? So
let's see if I can find a picture of it.
Like I'm on the sentiment of y'all too. I think everybody that votes need to show your ID.
Yeah, I personally don't see the problem with showing your ID.
Me neither.
Vote, but I've even with mine out, and they were like, "Oh, you don't need that." Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I don't see why it would either. Like, why? My question is, why wouldn't you need to show ID? Right? Why? That should be like a basic expectation.
Agree with that.
J-Lo on the track said True Spaces, it was on there twice, and Cuomo's name was on the bottom right, almost hidden. OG said, I'm always asked for an ID to vote. I can't remember one way or the other if I was asked for an ID. I know I want to say for sure. I'm pretty sure I just had to. I don't know. I don't remember. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me the line.
That's why I said this last president election I just voted for, they asked me for my ID.
It might just depend on the village or whatever, district you in. It might depend on that.
Yeah, I'm in DuPage.
Let's see here. Let's see. Oh my
Just make
goodness,
sure they wasn't just was they asking everybody else?
Me?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, yeah, man. Hey, was they asking you asked anybody else, or you just asking me?
I don't even know. I was trying to hurry up get to work.
Nah, I feel you.
So let's see. J-Lo on the tracks. He said you can do something as simple as putting a hotel as the address. I would think that all is not getting checked for voting purposes. Seems feasible, I guess.
I don't know about that, but
because I thought you had to be registered and all that other stuff for you to even get on the ballot or even on the little sheet. Man, you got to be registered. They tell you you got a register date, right?
Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with you.
So it's like he said, like it's like what I don't know, because I don't want to argue about this shit. I really don't care.
No, we're not. It sounds like to me we're just bouncing ideas, trying to figure out what makes sense. So I mean, it said like you don't have to show ID in New York, but they were certain parts of it were saying that you have to show registration. Okay. Or I guess maybe proof of residence. You can just
because don't y'all get in the mail about like, oh, it's time for you to register to vote or whatever like that.
Here's my question. Yes. Here's my question. If all you need to do is show some sort of like proof of address, can't you just make up something with an address on it?
But you have to be already registered and on a list. They won't even let you vote if you're not on the list. You got to be on the list of papers that they got in there.
Hey, OG said if you're registered,
they have your name on the list, right?
That's
so
what
you still have to.
I think you
there you go. You back.
I think you got a call.
But to me, I understand where y'all coming from, and I understand the sentiment. But for you to vote and you to even you tell them your name, they find your name on a sheet of paper, they ask your address and all that stuff, and then you go from there. You just can't come in there off the street and whatever if you ain't got no address and no residency and all that other stuff, and you have not registered to vote. You can't vote.
Okay, I got you. OG said if you're registered, your name shows up in your voting precinct, who you give them your name and address. J-Lo on the track said you need to show ID and also live in the residence for a certain amount of time to vote in city, county, state elections, is my opinion. Okay. Henry Cohen, never seen you here before. What's good? Welcome to the live stream. It says some states it is harder to obtain ID, means missing work if some states it is harder to obtain ID. Means missing work if you work 9 to 5 or not picking up kids from school, especially in NYC, you don't need driver's license. Let's see, some logic. So the logic is to exclude people who do not have a driver's license. I mean,
bro, you need an ID. I'm sorry. I can't rock with that. I mean, in my opinion, I just think you need some sort of identification. It don't even have to be a driver's license, but you need to be showing a passport. You need to be showing something with your address. You know, well, passport.
That name don't look weird to y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ain't going back and forth. Don't go back and forth with that. Leave that shit alone. Let him be like, because what he just said didn't make no sense. That didn't make no sense.
It might be a bot.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. I said leave that shit alone. Like, because that don't make no sense of what he just said. Like, just because you got a 9 to 5, you shouldn't have a driver's license or a state ID. Nigga, you still got to go catch the plane. You still got to go do other things you need to do where you got to show ID. You need an identification, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
Right. You can't go get an ID. That's crazy work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, leave that alone. We appreciate you, whoever you is. We appreciate you. Thank you. No, thank you. No, we're not going back.
Desiree, yeah, we got
the kids. And what kind? You I hope you ain't driving to go get them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, leave that alone.
Hopefully you on one of them free buses Zohran trying to get, you know.
Undocumented immigrant, undocumented car. Desiree asked, "Are we getting snow?" We got some snow today. Yeah, today was officially a cold day to me. In Maryland, you have to be registered to vote. Okay, y'all getting busy in the comments. Got it. All right. Immigrants ain't getting on no plane. How did they get here? Besides, they didn't just come across the border.
Oh no, they ain't getting on a plane. Immigrants ain't getting on a plane. He right about that one.
Immigrants get on the plane. We talking about illegal immigrants. Everybody's not illegal around this bitch. There's illegal immigrants here, guys. Like, what you talking about?
Oh, you right. I wonder who the fuck is that, though.
Yeah, there's like reports of illegal immigrants. Of illegal immigrants coming in on planes, getting moved here on planes as well.
But see, the only thing about that, and it's understandable, right? But we didn't got so much AI, so much fake news from all news outlets. Who the fuck do we believe? Like, bro, like really, like who? Who do we believe on these news networks, and who's telling the truth and who's not? It's hard.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you on that.
Yeah. It's up to us to sort it out, though. You know, at the end of the day, you got to sort it out and trying to figure it out if, you know, a lot of this stuff is real. But, yeah, I mean, he beat the brakes off Andrew Cuomo.
He beat the brakes off of.
Yeah, he beat the brakes off Cuomo, so I don't see how we're talking about, like, a lot of this is based off illegal immigrants. When people say, even Fox, you know, Fox themselves have said, like, Andrew Cuomo was out of touch with the people. So you being out of touch itself is, you know what I mean, not helping your cause. It wasn't like it was a super duper, you know, a close race. Like, nigga, you got your ass beat.
And that's why I said, who are we to tell them what they should and should not vote for when they stay there? And evidently he was talking some good shit to them, and it's only time will tell if he's going to deliver on them promises or not. And all I can tell New Yorkers, if he don't deliver on them promises, hey, get his ass up out of there. Immigrant, illegal immigrant, whatever immigrant, out in full.
Right.
I'll ask super quick question and we'll move on to the next thing. Oh my goodness, everybody is asking about this. Desiree.
That nigga smoke weed, Desiree. Don't let that dude fool you. That nigga smoke weed. I'm sticking to that shit.
I hope not, man. We get drug tested, man. Oh.
He'll be all right. They're going to take a piece of his hair.
Oh, that's even worse.
I agree. Always follow the money. New bot to the live stream. Always follow the money. So last question, and we'll move on to the next thing. What do you guys think about immigrants being eligible for political office?
Now that right there, right? If they got their papers and all that, I don't see what's wrong with it. Especially, I think it probably should be like how long you've been living over here. You can't just come over here and do it. I think you should be over here for a certain amount of time before you can run for office. I don't think you should get straight fresh out the plane and then go run for office. No, I don't think that. But shit, it's a lot of this. It's a lot of immigrants that's in the like Jay every day said. It's been immigrants that's been in office all this time. It's been immigrants that's ran for office and all that other stuff. So I don't really see a problem with that. I just think you should be over here for a certain amount of time before you can run for office. That's what I think.
What do you think, Jay, every day?
Yeah, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. You're immigrant. As far as, well, you got to be a citizen, right? So I feel like you have to be a citizen. You could be an immigrant, but you just got to be a citizen here, right?
Yeah.
But so I wouldn't want you to be a non-citizen and you're running for any office. But as far as immigrant, and this maybe even coming up, there's always been immigrants in office in different, you know, the Senate, House of Representatives. There's been a few mayors, New York mayors. There's been Chicago mayors. There's been Chicago, Anton Cermak. He was an immigrant. I think he was Austrian. You know what I mean? That's named that, you know, Cermak Road or whatever. So we've always had immigrants, you know, being a part of the political system. It's just that, you know, this one here, I think it's the issue is that he's, you know, Muslim. So him being Muslim now, it's a problem. But if the motherfucker was Irish, Right, Muslim. But the motherfucker was Irish. People
It'd be
wouldn't have a
cool.
problem
It'd be
with it.
cool. It'd be
If he
cool.
was British, wouldn't nobody have a problem with
It'd
it.
be cool.
Right? He can actually be from Japan, and people wouldn't have a fucking problem with it.
Hey, preach.
Him being Muslim really is the problem. Not even him being Indian. Him being Muslim is the problem. You know what I mean? Which I mean, I understand why you would feel that way to a degree. It's kind of like because this is the place of 9/11, quote unquote. So, but so I mean, for that reason alone, I was almost kind of shocked that New York even went in that direction as far as him as a mayor just because of 9/11. I thought that was strange. But like I said, we've always had immigrant leaders and different political parties and stuff like that.
I am 100% on the same sentiment as Maul. I add a little bit more requirements to it though, and I put these same requirements on American citizens. I remember during the presidency of Vivek Ramaswamy was trying to run for president, and he was trying to. The main issue that I had with him, because his policies sound dope, and his approaches things sound pretty feasible from what I remember. But the one issue that I had with him is he tried to skip the line to get to presidency.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see you in the position of in political office climbing up to presidency. You skipped the line and tried to go straight to presidency. You weren't a mayor, you weren't a governor ever.
But then that would work for Donald Trump.
Say it again.
That would be for Donald Trump as well, though.
Sure, I don't disagree.
Oh shit, that was a nice one because I didn't even think about that, man. I forgot all about that. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would agree. I think that you have to have some political, had to been in different political offices or taking office. Yeah, like you said, a governor, at least a senator or something like that, to be to be qualified for presidency. I don't think you should just be a motherfucker we hire off the street and then right. It's like hiring somebody off the street and now they're your senior manager. Like, bro,
or putting them directly in a truck with no experience. Just
Right.
go home. Just get these.
Yeah.
Go drive. Like no,
Yeah.
we're not. You can fuck some killing somebody, man.
So
ultimately show some capability, some tangible capability of you being able to hold this office.
That's a fact. I agree.
So yeah, I'm in agreement with that. I don't know what the specifics would be about what the checks would be as far as illegal immigrants, but I'm not illegal. I'm sorry, immigrants being in political office. But when it comes to Zohran, I listened to his speech, and my theory is he's definitely not here for the betterment of America as a whole. He's here for the betterment of his people. And he even said in his speech, I forget at what the timestamp was, but he said it's time for immigrants to take over, something like that. Something to the effect of immigrants are in office and immigrants are going to take over, something like that.
yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
So I think that's what his goal is more than anything. But all right, so
let me get a quick buzz back on that. Do you fault him for that? Because ain't that's what you should do? Shouldn't you be here to, even though you are for everybody, and I'm not saying that you push everybody to the side, but shouldn't you be looking out more for your people too, as you're looking out for everybody else?
No,
I think
not in
you
that
should be
particular.
more quiet about that. You should be, especially him, because, bro, you're a political figure. You might want to do that in the background and say this is what I'm trying to do, but you don't want to go shout that out because this is America, right? So what about the rest of the American citizens?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you saying, well, this is I don't know. For immigrants, a lot of them want to keep counting like this place was built on immigrants and stuff. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. Like even the white people that's here, or whatever, and they came from Ireland and Scotland and all that other bullshit, Germany, whatever. They're not really even trying to hear that. They claim American heritage or whatever. Nobody's trying to hear about really what the immigrants got going on. So you just sit up here and turn around and be like, well, I'm trying to make it where immigrants fully take office and in different parts of which is fine. I don't have a problem with immigrants taking office. you know, in different aspects. But in general, it's like, don't try to make that out as your, like, this is an agenda. This is our main objective. You know what I mean? Like, no, that you can't rock with that.
Okay, I agree with you on Space. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think in that position, you can't be in such a position that affects so many people. New York is, to me, is the wallet of the United States, right? So
The wallet of the United States.
if so much money flows through New York, bro, New York Stock Exchange, right?
Yeah.
So if you tell me that you're in this position and you're only going to be looking out for your people, like Jay every day said, what about you are in a position that affects pretty much everybody? And you're telling me that you're focusing on your people, that you can't do that. You can't do that. And like you said, if you're going to do it on the low ski. Like a lot of people don't know that Minneapolis, Minnesota is little Somalia.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of people, but there is, I don't see, let me speak for myself in this regard. I don't see Somalian activists on mass media talking about this is for us. I don't see it. Not saying that it's not happening. I don't see it. So, all right. Last one for the day, y'all. Y'all got the last one in you, or you want to call it?
Is that the question?
Yeah, because I'm the one that Maul wanted to end with.
Okay, come on.
All right, cool. So thank you for sharing this, for tuning in with us, and liking the stream. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live right now, having great conversation. This is something Maul sent to us, and I haven't watched it yet. Let's see here. Where did it go? Here it is. All right.
I'm tired of people gatekeeping fragrances. If I get up on you in public and I compliment you and be like, "Oh, you smell good," what's that? Nah, I can't tell you that.
Oh, people do that with glasses, and y'all do that with purses and shoes, don't y'all?
I don't do that at all.
So you tell people exactly where to get
I
it.
will tell you where I got it. I will send you the address. If it's a hairstyle, I'll send you my hairstyle.
You ain't never gate kept nothing.
Never. I never gate kept nothing.
Eyelash connect.
No, everything.
Lip gloss.
I send you the link to go buy it yourself.
Oh, that's dope. That's stand up.
And I don't like when people gatekeep food places. I don't want everybody going to my spot.
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
I've experienced that only from women though, never men.
That's stupid.
Only women, because they're like, you can't go without me. I'm like, bro, the food smack. Why
you know who did that?
Who?
YG still won't tell us where them tacos from.
Them tacos from the studio?
Yes. I done text him. I had to pull back up to get the tacos.
Hey, why he want that?
And if he don't want the tacos, I can't eat the tacos.
What's crazy is I knew exactly what tacos you was talking about.
Remember, we was going crazy over them tacos.
I had the burrito too. I know I figured it out though. I'm gonna tell you where it's at.
Okay.
I think I figured it out. It's over there in that area, but it's low.
So look, so I tweeted this or whatever, like, you know, if you gatekeep fragrances in food places, you's a hater.
Yeah.
Everybody in the comments, yep, loud and proud. So, yep, whoop-de-doo. People are proud of gatekeeping fragrances in food as if this wasn't created for more than one person to have.
What's a fragrance you hate on men?
I don't know, because I wouldn't ask what they wearing if I don't like the smell.
Okay, but you smelled a man before and like, I'm cool on that.
They natural odor.
Not a fragrance though.
They not a fragrance.
Oh, okay. So then
it haven't been too many times where I smelled a man and he didn't smell good. Like, and I hit him with the double smell too. Like
you'll double back.
If I get a whiff, yeah, I get up on him and everything. I'm in the neck. What you got on?
Oh, no,
on anybody though.
No, that's crazy.
I'm a smell type of person. I smell everything. When I buy something, I smell it.
What my phone smell like?
I wouldn't touch that.
Effective immediately.
Bro, they sit up there and said stop gatekeeping, but proceed the gatekeeper did tell nobody what a taco joint was, but the nigga know where it was.
Yeah.
When you say you think he figured it out, you didn't say you knew what it
He could have
was.
said it though. He could have said it. So the question is, should things be kept, or should you just let everything just flow?
I've been on both ends.
Oh, I was going to say, me and Jay every day talk about this all the time, and I don't think we never brought it to the pod. So we're going to let Spaces go first.
I do both, to be honest. It varies. It depends on just what I'm thinking at the moment. I've done both. It more often than not, though, I tell people whatever it is and whatever fragrance I'm wearing or whatever food that I'm eating or wherever I got this product from.
You know what I'm saying? That's drugs off, man. We don't gatekeep on fragrances. It's nothing to people like me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta do that. You just tell them the price. The price will gatekeep itself. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
How much that was? $450. You know what? I'm cool.
Yeah,
I go get a clone.
yeah. Now I'll tell you because I'm not trying to cut into. I will tell you the price. I'm not gonna tell you what I got. If you my guy, of course, I'll let you know where I got it from. But I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you the price with it. I'm not gonna tell you where I got mine from. You see what I'm saying?
So
I'm not
that's
gonna
part
tell
of
you
gatekeeping.
no, because you just asked, hey, you asked, hey, what you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing Zohran Dawn. You know what I mean? This
Nigga
whatever,
can't even
X amount of
pronounce that
price.
shit.
Huh?
Nigga can't even
This,
pronounce that shit.
right, this Zohran Dawn.
No, I'm
Right?
talking about if
So
you tell them about it, they're gonna be like, that's Rudolph Hitler.
but I would tell them, hey, this Zohran Dawn is you can find it at, I don't know, Neiman Marcus, or you can go online or whatever. But I wouldn't have to tell them where I got it from unless you want them the guys. I don't gotta tell you. I don't gotta tell you my lick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta tell you what the lick is or how I'm finessing this. That ain't none of your business. But this is what I'm wearing. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm wearing. Because I don't have no problem with saying that. Because a lot of times people forget anyway. Like, oh damn,
That ain't none of your business, nigga. This
yeah,
is what it is.
that ain't none of your business where I'm getting it from, unless you one of the homies. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends on what I'm thinking at that moment. Sometimes I'm like I like the exclusivity of what I have. And the same thing with you every day. If you're close, then I'm more likely to tell you, fill you in specifically on where it is that I got my stuff from. But more often than not, I don't mind telling people where I got whatever it is that they're asking me about from.
Yeah,
I'm
with that. Like, I think certain things should be gate kept, right? So if you're not, for me, I got a gauge, okay, and the gauge got to be good enough for me to let you in on certain things, right? So again, y'all my guys, so I would let you in on certain things, and even certain things I probably ain't gonna let you know, right? Because it's some shit that is only for me. You know what I mean? Or me and my intermediate family, like the family. Right? So I'm not gonna let you know how I finesse certain shit. That's just for me. You know what I'm saying? My wife, what we got going on, so you know what I'm saying? A certain shit should be gate kept. I think the issue with the internet and the problem with is like YG. He probably didn't want to tell them, and then they get online and start telling everybody, and then it fucks up the vibe of the place. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes we go to different places because of the ambiance, because of the vibe. We go to like you said, spaces. I like sometimes having that the being the only person with that on. The exclusivity. At least right then and there. I'm not saying I'm the only person ever that bought this shit. They'd be out of business if it was for me. Right? Because I'm only getting one in one time. But what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that yeah, certain things should be gate kept. You don't have to run your mouth about everything and how you came about it. So, but if you were to ask me, and they talk, I'll keep it fragrance. If you were to ask me about fragrances, I have no problem letting you know because I got a plethora of these shits. You know what I'm saying? So you might like that one that I have, and you might go buy that one that I have. And every time I come around, you might wear that one that I have. I'm not gonna wear that around where you got it around. I'm gonna have some more shit. You see what I'm saying? And then you probably paying full price for it. So that's me. That's how I roll.
I'm on the sentiment of both of y'all. I'm like in the middle. It's like you say, some shit nigga need to be exclusivity. Because motherfuckers get in the shit and fuck shit up. Motherfuckers tell everybody their mama they be in there with bonnets and all this other shit like Spaces say. They be in there with their bonnets and shit on, doing all type of crazy shit and all that. No, we're not having you in our place of business. We're not doing that. Then you get in there oversaturated. Now they go up on prices and shit because you over there every fucking day. Like, no, we're not doing that.
And that's the conundrum, right? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you say? Go ahead. What you say?
That's the conundrum, right? Because if let's just say it's a particular restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. this is a restaurant that I really like. They got good prices or super good food. And it's a low key spot. In one hand, I'm torn because I personally want the business to grow. But just like y'all saying, at the same time, you tell everybody gets word of it, and then they mess it up in the way of their behavior inside of the establishment, or they mess it up in terms of now the price is going up.
No, I don't want them to grow enough just to keep your goddamn doors open. Don't grow. If you grow, that's when you start thinking you too big and too good, and you start thinking you the shit. Now you charging to come up in here. You're charging for. You used to charge me for extra sauce. You used to give me everything I fucking want. Now you're charging for every fucking thing. Don't fucking grow. No, I'm not that. I'm like what the people say in the comments. I'm starting to hate. Hell no, I don't grow. Nope.
But
grow enough just to keep your doors open. That's what you do.
Sometimes restaurants can't even handle fast growth like that. You see what I'm saying? They have maybe one chef or two chefs, or you know what I'm saying? They have a cook or something in the background, and they really good at, you know, the amount of traffic that they have. And then people, you know, they catch fire, and then the food, you know, isn't as good as it once was.
Quality go down.
Right, the quality goes down. I know people on here, they love Johnny's beef, right? People love Johnny beef. They swear
North
about
Avenue?
North Avenue. Johnny's is great, but Johnny's isn't as great as when I used to go some 20 years ago, 25 years ago, right? Because Johnny's eventually caught fire, right? Everybody started learning about Johnny's or whatever, and that's the place. It's like, basically, if you want something that's different than Portillo's or whatever, and you still want some of that authentic Chicago Italian beef, then, you know, you're going to go over here to Johnny's.
Yeah.
And
But you see too, why when people come here and they be talking about, oh, y'all food ain't as good, nigga, because you don't know the spots to go to. Stay your ass out of our establishments. Go get the fucking Portillo's. Yeah, that's a good beef. Yeah, go to Portillo's. Go to Portillo's for your beef.
Yeah,
nigga, we don't eat Portillo's beefs, nigga. We go get Garrow burgers from Greektown. That's what we go do. That's what the locals do. We don't go do that shit y'all do when y'all come here. The pizza, go to Giordano's for pizza. Yeah, that's where you go to. Go. You don't go there.
Because you don't want to go to Italian Fiesta on 71st. I'm going to tell you that now. That's the hood. Fuck around and get robbed around that bitch. We don't want you even going over there.
Yeah.
Pizza great, but we want you to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Stay from out of our shit. When you come here, go to the little shit that the whatchamacallits do. Yeah, stay downtown. Go do all that shit. Go to the famous steakhouse, because we only go to those on anniversaries and birthdays and shit like that.
Yeah.
But stay away from our hood shit where we pull up, we order online, pull up, get out the car, go get our shit, get back in the car, and get the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Stay from out our shit. Yeah, we do gatekeep. Hell fucking yeah, we do. Whoop-de-doo, like she said, goddamn it. Stay from out our shit.
Hey, I've gotten gate kept. It was one time, and Rob, if he even watching, boy, they had some pizza from like Archer Heights. Him and I forget who he was with at the time, but they had got some pizza, and I'm like, damn, Rob, where y'all get this pizza from? Yeah, like, well, I ain't even. That's our spot, boy. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. And this is my man, 20 years. He couldn't tell me. You know, this was years ago, right? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, and I finally figured it out. I narrowed it down to the place, you know. And but that's just sometimes what people do. It's like, man, yeah, they gatekeep, you know.
I got another one for you. We was at work. Remember Christmas? Was it Christmas Eve or whatever? We was at work. I ain't had nothing to do. When I say, hey, bro, I'm gonna order pizza and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
My wife, son, to go get the pizza. We stay around the corner. They bring the pizza up there. John say, damn, I might have to move by you. This fucking pizza. You got the right Chinese rice. You got the pizza. You got the shit around here. I'm like, yeah, this my shit. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here. I'm home.
Yep.
But that's what but you got to, because motherfuckers oversaturate your stuff. They make prices go up. They make people start being greedy and want to get more money and all that other stuff. So then the product that you know and love goes down in value and goes down in taste and all that stuff. So I'm all with gatekeeping on certain things. And sometimes people not worthy of getting your gatekeeps because all they do is fuck up shit. Not gonna lie to you. Some people you tell they fuck it up.
Some things gatekeep itself. Like I said, the neighborhood that is in, it'll gatekeep itself. Those who really want to go there to go get it, then you'll go get it. You know, like I seen something now, Lim's Barbecue. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with it, but it's off 75th and St. Lawrence. But you know, it's kind of in the hood. And
that's overhyped barbecue.
Yeah. I love limbs. I love limbs. You see what I'm saying? But you know, it's shit. I
It
love
went crazy
limbs.
on
If you
TikTok
out,
and it started going crazy.
well, yeah, you are now. You got white people going to limbs. They don't. That's why I tell people like white people not scared of y'all. You know, they be in your neighborhood. They be in your neighborhood walking dogs, riding bikes. But
Yeah.
you know, that's
But
something
they'll
else.
say they scared of us though. They'll say that, but they not.
I just sent y'all a spot sent y'all something in the group chat. You can, man.
You love them people. You love people. You love those. You're gonna marry you one of those. You love them people. You love them people.
Hey, I see it driving by because you know my mom don't live too far from there. So they good, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every time. Every
Hey,
time.
you know space. You know Spaces know good tacos when he see them. That's all that. That's all that nigga eat. He eat tacos every day. You say what?
But they black, right?
Yeah, black on.
Ooh, that might be fire then. They might be really fire.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm telling you, black on.
I'm gonna send that to my wife.
I go at least once a week.
True.
Shit, we finna go out tonight, and I'm finna go over here. We finna go over here, test out theirs, and we finna have us another little spot that we gonna gatekeep. We not gonna let them grow. They gonna stay just like they is. Goddamn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we not doing that. No, because motherfuckers got your hotel other spot and blew that shit up. Not even change owners. It ain't even the same.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
But so it's general consensus, gatekeeping in certain instances is cool.
It's a must. If you know how I know, it's a must.
It's necessary, yes.
Yeah.
And also, to tie it in the bow, for me, I think, it's really a situational basis. It's really a situational basis because even like there's been people that have told me like, I want to connect me with this person. I'm like, all right, I got you. Sometimes I'm even straightforward and say, bro, you ain't about to talk to them. You ain't about to get this job or actually apply for the job. Or I've seen your work ethic. Nah, you ain't about to mess my name up.
Right. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Let's keep it in the beam, man. Yeah.
You ain't about to mess up. And it's not even about where I work specifically. It's about me and my relationship with whatever entity it is at the time. Like, nah.
I tell everybody, bro, look, all you got is your name. And my name ring a little bit of bells. I'm not saying I'm the Dundada or nothing like that. Every day, your name ring bells. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Spaces, your name ring bells. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I'm not for to put my little name on the line, and I don't want to say, I'm not saying little like in the sense of everybody else saying it, but I'm not for to put my name on the line for you, motherfucker, fuck nigga, because you don't deserve it. My name ring bells, and you're not going to fuck up my name. My name is my name. How nigga say, my product is my product. My name is my name. Don't fuck up my name.
All right, with that, Maul, you can hit us with the mesh.
Yeah, my name is my name. Don't fuck up my name. Let's get up out of here.
Big shout out to Will Hill. I'm definitely gonna be looking out for his show that he got coming up this week. This has been another rendition of your favorite after church podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, kings. I am your man, Spaces.
I'm Jay every day.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul, man. Meeting the John.
Peace.